Let's see if it's working. I saw it flicker. Will it work? Who knows? Oop. It is working. Marvelous. Say hello in chat. I don't see anyone in there yet. That makes sense. I didn't let anyone know this was happening. Hello, chat. Greetings and salutations. Oh no, now it's buffering. Now it's fixed. Who knows what's even happening? I don't. Okay. Alright, so we're good. So, hello everyone and welcome back to the Geek XP. My name is Bren and welcome to our first stream in a long time. I did this sort of spontaneously for, I guess, one specific reason. Today, Donald Trump was inaugurated and sworn into office as President of these United States of America, a country which I love dearly. And so I decided to go out and get some alcohol. It's Friday night, and I'm going to drink and kill things in Skyrim and stream it for you folks. So there's that. So I'm going to fire up Skyrim right now as it checks all my mods again. I have 96 of them, and we'll see how many times we crash. Some of them are probably out of date, and since I don't know which ones my old saves are relying on, I figured we'll start a new character tonight. And when I play Skyrim, I like to sort of roleplay and fill in the gaps. And I have this cool mod that drops me randomly in the world with no equipment, basically, which sort of lets me infer what happened to my character just before it. So it allows us a little bit more freedom to make this character exactly what we want. I was thinking about making my character Barzil Nightblade, who's like my rogue assassin, a little bit of magic, a little bit of armor stuff, warrior. He's sort of like Drizzt and Kratos mixed together into one dark elf character. But I was also thinking about playing a spellcaster. I've never played just like a pure mage before in a Skyrim game or any Elder Scrolls game, so we'll see, and that might be fun too. So yeah, at the moment I'm just talking to myself, as since I did this spontaneously and just posted about it. No one's in chat yet. That makes sense, which is fine while we're waiting for those to update. I'm actually going to add some more stuff to this little waiting page while we're waiting for people to jump in. And maybe no one will. I'll still play. I wanted to play this. I had a hankering. So I decided I would do it. And if no one shows up in chat, then I'm playing it anyway, and it gets backlogged on the channel. So, fine by me. Last mods are being checked. Hello, Hallie. Oh, good puppy. Why don't you go down? I need both my hands. Alright. Whoop, whoop. And let me add these things. We can have them more readily available for future Skyrim shenanigans. Oh, that is large. Let's make that a little smaller. Whoop. Elder Scrolls, and then we'll add a little dragon thingy. Drag. Scaling to, oh, when I hold, okay, so it's opposite of Photoshop. If I hold it down, then it doesn't scale, like, to keep its normal. Gotcha. Boop. Perfect. All right, so I'm not going to wait too much longer to see if anyone decides to jump in. And that's fine. Once people jump in, I can start interacting with chat some. Boop. You stay there. Okay. Let us, now that that's all set, if anyone's in the stream, make sure to say hi in chat so I know you're here. But without any further ado, I think we're ready to play. Let's bloop and bloop and bloop. Excellent. It begins. Whoop. Hold on. Drinking wine. Because it's Friday. All right. OBS is working. That makes me happy. New. Let's see. What kind of character do I want to make this? We'll see which of my mods came through and which ones didn't. Got 96 on this ye old Skyrim. Okay. What am I going to make? Actually kind of worked out that there's not too many people in the stream right away as I go through the process of making my character. So many options. Bretons are good for magic-y stuff. They have the dragon skin power to absorb spells, which also makes them good, I guess, since they're resistant to magic. They're sort of good as mages or mage hunters. Or a witcher. Or a knight templar if you're from Thedas. Which I would like to boast that I am, considering how many hours I've dumped into those games. As I think and adjust me microphone. Fuck. Why are you misbehaving right now? Stupid pop filter. Anyway, so I've normally played Dark Elves. This is like the one game where I am not totally against playing like edgelord characters sometimes. Because it's kind of nice to be able to explain to myself, you know, or justify to myself going totally ham. I also play orcs a lot. And I've done wood elves a couple times. I actually just downloaded a new beard mod because beards are awesome, and some of the beards in the vanilla game are not fantastic. Ancestor's Wrath is a pretty nice racial ability, just as like a nice sort of like get out of trouble for free, unless you're fighting someone with fire resistance. The orcs have their awesome rage thingy. Yeah, the Berserker Rage. I don't know if I've actually ever played a Nord in Skyrim. It felt too obvious. I've done Imperial before. The voice of the Emperor is, like, not even super useful, really. Let's see. If anyone has any character suggestions or inspirations, let me know in the chat. And we'll see about getting a character going. These guys are also good with magic. Oh, what happened to your face, dude? You look all messed up. Be an Argonian. That could be kind of neat. Health regeneration. Resistant to disease is kind of nice, and breathing underwater is pretty sick. I could be a Khajiit. The unarmed claw attacks would be neat. I guess I need to decide what kind of character I want to play as, and that will sort of help me help inform the race I'll play as. I've never played a high elf before. Or Altmer in their homelands of the Somerset Isle. This part always takes a while. Let's do... Probably should have gone into this with an idea. That would have been smart. Oh well. Could play Redguard. That'd be kind of cool. What's it? Everyone looking up from like tying their shoes or something. Dead skin on my nose. Let's. Hey babe, I'm trying to figure out what race I should play in Skyrim for this stream. You want to help me pick?
Yeah, but I have to go cancel.
Good idea. It's my lady friend. And everyone will get to meet her on the internet.
This is like not the best day for this.
Alright, so everyone, this is Georgia. Georgia, say hi to everyone.
Hi.
So I'm just trying to pick a race, and I probably should have thought of it beforehand. So there's Argonians, which are lizard people. The Bretons, which are basically like your English style of humans. They have some magic resistance. There are dark elves, high elves,
Everything's so creepy.
the Imperials, the Khajiit, which are cat people. The Nords, which are like your Slavic, Northern European. Orcs, Redguard, and Wood Elves. I'm trying to get some ideas for what kind of character to make.
Do you get to pick your gender?
Yeah.
You picked man. Okay. I was like, are there any girls?
All of these can be
The Imperial person looked kind of Armenian, and I am Armenian, and yeah, he's sexy.
Okay.
Everyone else is, they're all kind of disturbing. Sorry, online community of people.
Fair enough. All right, thank you.
Enjoy.
Thanks, honey.
You want a muffin?
Ooh, that'd be spectacular, actually. Ha! I love my girlfriend. She's great. So yeah, let's go with Imperial. We shall be a dude person, I think. Thank you. It's on a little plate. Let's see. Here we go. Which of these presets do I want to... Ooh. I guess we can go with the base guy. That one's not bad at... That's not bad. We'll go with him. And I'm pretty... Whoa. Oh yeah, I have a mod with crazy skin colors. The ashen-skinned person. And we'll go sort of like hawk skin tone. And we don't need to be super burly. We'll go middle of the road build, I think, for him. Kyle, true Mandalore. That's Kyle. Kyle wants me to make a Khajiit named Zoe.
Yes.
You want me? You for that now? I thought you hated anthropomorphic characters.
I don't like that particular thing, but I like Zoe.
Zoe is Kyle's cat. For anyone who doesn't know.
We're not gonna do a Lou one.
Oh, I could do Lubeck. Now I'm second guessing myself. I'm just gonna sort of go through the Lubeck. Do you want me to make a Khajiit? A cat person? Lou is very excited. And by excited I mean underwhelmed with humanity as a whole. Still thinking. A lot of the complexion stuff they have in Skyrim is just like how to make your character terrifying.
They have glowy eyes.
Some nasty scarring.
The color of the cat's fur?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's like frighteningly clean skin. Suspiciously so. Ooh, crazy war paint. Let's see. Let's make... I don't want it to have, like, the super perfect skin, so let's try something a little worn. That's too much. I'm not that old. Still maybe a little too much. It looks like halfway to Darth Sidious. That isn't bad. It's not frightening, but it's looks like a character who's a little weathered. The rest of these look a little too... That one's not bad either. That one has some... Well, there's weird blotching going on the sides of his face. Okay, let's go with... This one has some lines in it. Looks pretty neat. Do we want dirt? Nah. Scars are cool. Super hard to see them though. Although not as hard to see like this in like eye color. I remember in like vanilla Skyrim on the Xbox 360 when the first time I played it, it was so hard to see details on the face. The camera is so far away in the normal opening. If anyone has any suggestions for what kind of character, I was thinking about doing a wizard kind of character.
I thought we just settled it.
No, the type of the way they fight. Do we want war paint? I love you. Let's see. War paint would actually be kind of cool. I'm not against that. Do you think... I want you to guess my alignment. These are really cool. I think... I usually like asymmetric tattoos, like whenever I play through Dragon Age or something, so there was that early one. This one. I think this is the one I put on every one of my characters, because it's the only one I really like. And we'll make it... red, or is there another color we like more? Light blue sometimes looks good on white people. Actually looks pretty rad. Does it look radder than red though? Nah, we'll do red. Red, methinks. What about face? Getting into nose stuff is always weird. Because once you start looking through them, they all look strange. The only thing I know for sure is that I have a big nose. That's a pretty sizable schnoz. I won't spend too much time on this business because it takes forever. Feel like this guy will have like a thinner jaw. She's like a little bit of Jafar. Yeah, the cheekbones. Oh, that nose looks ridiculous. Let's be real here for a second. That's a little bit more human looking. Okay. He's got like perpetual pout face going on right now. Eyes are another weird one. So this is where we started. Does this one look like he's sort of like confused all the time? Sort of looks that way to me. I don't dislike that one. Like I said, once you start messing with eyes, they all look strange. If we can find the one where he looks like he's sort of confused all the time. We went way past it. It's got like a lazy eye. Whoa, those are super scary. Forget some of these mods that I have. Kind of like the golden eyes they started with. That was... Whoa! I forgot about all these mods I have. That's super spooky. Let's do gold eyes. We'll go with the slight crazed look. I kind of like that. We're not going to mess with this too much. Just because once you start messing with eye stuff, things start getting really weird really fast. Brow type. Because I'm going to spend so much time... Oh, eyebrows. I thought it was something like my brow, like my forehead. Probably something... Oh yeah, I have the horned ones. It looks so sad. That's not bad. It's kind of cool. Brow forward. His brow looks fine. Let's see if we can get not quite as pouty of a mouth going on here. Again, once you start messing with this stuff, it starts to look really strange. I think when I archive this, I'll probably have time codes in there for when I actually start playing. So people can skip this bit if they don't want to watch. Chin width. He's like a narrow, villainous chin. Do they have for lip color? Ooh, I'm sassy. Just do default lips, I think. Nice, that doesn't look terrible. Hair! No, stop. What are we thinking for hair? Again, we're not going to look too long at this character, so it doesn't really matter. Since most of the time we'll have like a hood or helmet on. Typically when I play fantasy games, I usually go with like a medium to long hair, something like around like Aragorn-ish. just because he's a pretty cool base model to go off for male fantasy heroes, at least in my opinion. This is like a... He's got like a long ponytail in the back. Ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Let's just go with... That one's not bad. Yeah, we'll do that. And I downloaded some beard mods. Here we go. Oh, fancy mustaches. Though a lot of these look like the default ones. That's kind of fancy and cool. Especially if we're a wizard, Harry. We could go with like the thinner beard. This process always takes me forever. I apologize for people who aren't into character creation, because I know this part can be a bit of a slog. You know what? And something I've never done in Skyrim. I've never actually played any of the beast races. So I'd like to actually, for this one, let's go Argonian. After I spent all that time doing that, and I deeply apologize. Do I want to do Argonian? Ah, this is frustrating. This is frustrating for me. I can't believe what it's like for you guys. Yeah, we'll stick with the Imperial, since it kept all the presets for us. Ooh, we could go with red hair and a different color tattoo. I kind of like that, actually. Let's do that. Eh. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm down. All right. Our Imperial. And what shall we name him? Let's name him... It also takes me a while. This is why you prepare beforehand. I was just like, I'm going to do a Skyrim stream. And then I forgot that it takes me forever to make a character. Let us name him... Trying to think what would be cool. We'll name you... That would be... Quick, to the internet! Fantasy name generators to give me ideas! I'm usually pretty good with coming up with names. Not settling on one, but at least coming up with ideas. Oh, I know. I'll go with Baron. Lord of the Rings. Oh, that's right. So I sort of choose my kit with the mod I have. You choose like a starting kit that sort of gives you some stuff to work with at the beginning. I would like to try to go to magic route. I never do it. I think it would be cool. Let's go magic kit. All right, and this sort of reintroduces the concept of the classes in the older games. Let's do... I don't know what the difference is between like a sorcerer or mage is in Elder Scrolls. Let's just go... Sorcerer would be kind of cool. Let's try sorcerer. Oh, it'll tell me. Cool. Those spellcasters by vocation, sorcerers rely most on summonings and enchantments. They are greedy for magic scrolls, rings, armor, and weapons, and commanding undead and dangerous servants gratifies their egos. That sounds rad. And then what does mage say? Claim to study magic for its intellectual rewards, but they also often profit from its practical applications. Varying widely in temperament and motivation, mages share but one thing in common, an avid love of spellcasting. Well, that tells me absolutely nothing. Nightblade. Yeah, that's pretty much what my dark elf is. Let's do the sorcerer. That actually sounds kind of cool. And it'll give Baron a reason for pillaging these tombs and caves looking for magical rings and scrolls. And we'll sort of infer his character based on where we start. So we're in a cave. And we've got pretty much nothing. Let's see what we've got. Worn for armor, some steel bracers, a torch, potion of the night. Let's see what we've got for magic. Flames, healing, voice of the emperor. Let's favorite all of these, shall we? Yes, yes, yes. So let's do flames in one hand, and we'll put our torch in the other. Alright, so we're in this cave. The question is, why? Ooh. There's a glowy thing. Oh, ow. Okay. We're running away. Oh, and there's Daedra. That's fun. Oh, it's skeletons. Yeah! Burn! That soul gem looks like it's gone. Oh, sweet, a sword. Perhaps I came here of my own volition, seeking magical power. Yeah, let's say that. But perhaps I was attacked on the road as I made my approach to this place. Or maybe I woke up here. And I don't know why. I still have this icicle sticking out of my back. So I have magical talents. So why am I in this cave? Sort of infer this as I explore more deeply. Let's put the sword in our other hand. Blue sword in this hand. Fire in the other. Ooh, perhaps I was betrayed by some fellow spellcasters, and I was to be sacrificed to the necromancers here, who is right there. Okay. Ooh, yes. Yeah, so what if I was supposed to, I was like delivered almost as like a sacrifice, and Baron decided that he wasn't about that. So decided to rebel against what was ordained for him by the powers that be. Let's see if I can assassinate this skeleton. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Nope. What? Q, quick menu, healing. Magical O. Potions. Draining my stamina. Do I have a stamina potion? Potion of the night. Nope. Garnet. Okay. Healing. Burn. Oh, you sassy bitch. Yeah, starting a game like this is difficult, to say the least. Oh, he just had a heal spell. That screws me over royally. I'm gonna die. Okay. Whee! Not a great start for Baron. Let us rework this tale, shall we? taking down a necromancer like this is tricky work. So let's say... Oh, what? Oh, shit! Okay, something new has happened. I've escaped... What map? What area am I? Where is this? Felglow Keep. Hey, alphanumeric. I'm escaping Felglow Keep after being captured here. After a terrible blow to the head, I've forgotten much of my magical teachings. And I'm barely escaping with my life. As I run quickly down the mountainside. Run, Baron, run! And I leap into the river for safety. I think they stopped chasing me. I think. But we escaped. So I'm thinking that Baron... Yes, I just started alphanumeric. With a mod that plops your character in the middle of the map somewhere. God, I look angry. So much angrier than he looked like on the opening screen. On the character creation screen, that is. That drops you randomly in the middle of the map somewhere with a kit to get you started. So this is Baron, and he is our sorcerer. And we were, beforehand, we were in a, like a necromancer cave. But then we died when we tried fighting that necromancer. So that didn't go great. So now, since we reloaded it, it put us in a different spot. And now we are escaping Felglow Keep after we found out a secret about our master who is teaching us magic, who is harnessing our innate magical talents. And we found out something terrible about what they were doing. And so... Ooh, who is that? And so they betrayed us and were sacrificing us to, or were selling us to Felglow Keep, where we to be used in a sacrifice. But we escaped. I have played Skyrim before, but I really just wanted to play it so I can kill things and drink wine. Crap. Not more necromancers. I'm too low level for this. Let's double up on the fuego, shall we? Trying to see. One down. I'm out of magic. That's bad. That'll do. Boop, boop. Let's heal up. Oh, there's another necromancer. Run away! Probably should have left them alone. There, civilization. We can get there, find an inn, and maybe work to be able to afford it. Oh no, wolves! Baron will not die this day. Not again. will use any and all resources at my power to make sure I survive. And it looks like we're actually near, what's it called? Whiterun. Actually, sometimes I've been plopped like way on the other side of the map. I remember last time I did this, I got plopped behind where all the...
Thank goodness. I've been wandering alone for so long, I thought I'd never see another soul again.
Frightened woman, calm down and tell me what happened. What mods am I using alphanumeric? I don't know. There's 96 of them. There's a whole bunch. A lot of... some graphical ones, some quest ones, some locations, some crafting. There's a whole bunch. I don't know all of them. Calm me down. Tell me what happened.
Kidnapped by these bandits weeks ago. They locked me up in the towers near Mistwatch. I managed to pick the lock and slip out while the guards slept, but now I'm completely lost. Can you help me, please?
Well, Whiterun is right there. There's a town nearby in that direction, which you're coming from.
Oh, thank you. But I should be fine now that you've shown me the way. But those bandits have to be stopped. They're at Mistwatch. Here, let me show you on your map.
Killing
If you can
bandits.
You'll be a true hero.
That sounds like work that someone might pay for. And I have a feeling that Baron, after being powerless in the hands of his evil master who betrayed him and sold him to Felglow Keep to be used as a sacrifice, never wants to feel that way again. But with little to no possessions, not even a shirt on his back, I need to make money to do that. So let's take a look at our quests. Quests! Thank you. Did you just show it to me on the map? Is that what she did? What did she say? Mistwatch? Oh yeah, I have a Weathertop mod. That's kind of cool. They couldn't have been too far from where she was. That's the Rumors of Dragons. Oh, that's what I wanted, the Ritual Stone. That's what I wanted. Okay, so she said that she gave me this map to show me where these bandits were at Mistwatch, but I don't see it, and it's not in my in my quests. So maybe it doesn't really exist. So I had heard rumors of dragons burning Helgen, but there's no proof of that. That would be silly. Oh no! Someone being attacked by a wolf. They have fallen! I can sell these pelts to pay for my room for now. Oh, it's the frightened woman! I'm sorry, lady. Probably should have asked me to be an escort for you. That's unfortunate. Nothing I can do for you, though. As I was looking to see where the quest was that you supposedly gave me. But the Forsworn, I got stuck behind, like, the area where they are near Markarth, I think it is. And it was quite a task getting past them. Let's run, shall we? I also have a mod for the Grey, which is this cool horse that doesn't have any bridle or saddle, and you can, like, sprint forever. It's super handy. Oh yeah, and Baron, because we said that he found out a secret about his mentor who was teaching him magic, and he found out a secret about him and the people who he was working with. And that secret, there's a giant here. Let me help these warriors. Let me equip that. But I don't remember what happened after I was incapacitated and left with those people at the Felglow Keep. I don't remember what it was. And frankly, Baron I don't think doesn't care anymore. I think he's left that behind so that he can try to empower himself so he never gets caught like that again. Hello. Search giant. Yes. Give me all of this shit. Oh yeah, I have a mod that puts them in weird general clothing until I think you join them or something. It's weird. What is a shield, brother?
An outsider, eh?
Yes.
Never heard of the companions?
Correct.
Order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Are you guys just in your clothes because we're near town? Can I join you?
For me to say. You'll have to talk to Codlac Whitemane up in Gravaskia.
What is this?
The old man's got a good sense for people.
Yeah,
Look in your eyes.
I don't know if you guys know magic though, and that's sort of what Baron is about. I'm just interested in putting some clothes on my back. In fact, I probably should have taken that tunic from that lady, but then I don't think I would have pants. Because I think the armor I'm wearing is this fur armor that doesn't have a shirt. Because Baron is just like that when he's been a prisoner. So that's fun. Blade's armor seems a little ostentatious, but let's put on boots. At the very least, have something nice on our feet. We'll buy a shirt, a tunic of sorts. And there's the gray. There's my horse. I shall ride you out of here when we need to leave. I'm thinking about starting doing the main quest line with the dragons and stuff just to get that started, to get some of my voice powers, and then sort of going off and doing my own magic thing. Sometimes I will never touch the main storyline, but getting some of those powers and stuff can be handy. No weapons or anything alphanumeric, just magic and shouts. That's pretty rad.
City's closed with the dragons about.
Ah, so the rumors I heard about dragons are true. I don't have any gold to really... What good are the city walls if they don't protect their citizens?
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye.
Aha! Imperials are good for something, and that's speechcraft. Which is pretty handy. I just had a hankering to play this game. Level 17 alphanumeric? Nice. I can't remember at what level I have,
We'll pay whatever it takes.
Why can't I remember my Dark Elf's name?
The Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own.
That sounds like personal issues.
Stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help.
This is the Drunken Huntsman. You might have something I can wear. I just want a shirt. That's all I require.
Hello, friend. In the... Take a look.
Hello, Mr. Wood Elf. Let's see, you got leather, studded armor. Let's see what I have to sell. You know, honestly, actually, let me look and see what my starting skills are. I think it's like armor and magic. Destruction 20, Conjuration 15, Restoration 25. Illusion 15, 15, 15, 15, one-handed 21, block 20, heavy armor 20. So I might do a mix between like heavy armor and some heavy armor and some robe stuff. That could be kind of rad. Drew Mandalore, Xbox character, Nordor. I remember him. He was just Thor.
Very much for your bid. Hagraven. Bows and arrows for the mighty.
So let's sell... We'll keep the gauntlets, but let's sell the helmet, the shield. We'll sell these. And we'll sell this. We'll keep the melee weapons for now just because I need them. We'll sell this. We'll keep that. And let's see what we have to buy from you. Cabbages! Honeybrew mead. Steel armor, steel battle axe. Oh yeah, I have a spear mod, which is really rad, in like Warhammers, which I love. Let's sell the Ancient Nord Club. And let's get a blade. I feel like Baron is a blade kind of guy. We'll grab a short sword. It's not too expensive. We'll pick up... we don't have enough gold for the studded armor. Alright. That is the way it goes when you start a game like this. It makes it more difficult, but I think it's more fun. I'll have to find someplace to sell those pelts. And we'll put flames on the left. Alright. I still need a shirt. Would love to find myself a tunic. I think you're a hireling. Hey, no worries, alphanumeric. I sort of did this out of the blue. I'm going to be, it's all going to go on the channel. It's all going to get archived there on YouTube. So on the Geek XP's YouTube channel, you'll be able to find all of these. I'm going to archive them there. So if you got to go, no worries, man. Harvest some plants.
You tried mercenary work?
Super dark. How much gold do I have? Oh, I have plenty for a night's stay.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out. I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire.
I'm looking for work. Got any leads?
Look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Kill the bandit leader located at Valtheim Keep. Sounds good. Let's see. What do you got for sale? Will you buy my wolf pelts? No, you won't. And you just sell food. Let's rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room, right? What
Wait,
can I get you?
rumors.
I assume you saw the Gildergreen? Big tree, all burnt up, in the middle of the Wind District? It's part of the Temple of Kinnereth.
Temple of Kinnereth. Interesting. Interesting.
Something about it.
Well, where can I learn more about magic?
Magic is for the weak. Elves, I mean.
Ugh.
Speak to that
Okay.
college in Winterhold. They know their place.
Winterhold.
There is Farengar. He might be the Jarl's wizard, but at least he's a Nord.
We'll see about this Farengar. See if he can teach me, and if he can lead me where I need to go for now. But, magic is not for the weak. Only the strong can control the primordial forces of the world, Hulda. So check your privilege.
Let me know if there's anything else you
Hey, Devin the Baka. It's not until tomorrow, but I decided that after Trump's inauguration, I needed to drink and I needed to kill things, and Skyrim satisfies both of those needs for me very well. All right, time for Baron to sleep. It is 5 in the morning. We'll rest 7 hours. It's enough for him to get some sleep. Yeah, this is totally on a whim.
Sadia, dear?
I have awoken feeling well rested.
Place down extra tonight. Lots of spills.
Hello, Sadia.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'll make sure it gets done.
I'm gonna buy a shirt. Let's see. General Goods may have shirts.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for.
Hello,
Everything's for
Bellathor.
sale, my friend.
You I have always found frightening.
Find a sister? Oh, a bit of this, and a bit of that.
Let's see, hide armor. Ah, here we go. Robes. This is what I'm talking about. Ah, but they're so expensive. We'll have to go deal with those bandits first. Alright, in the meantime, I suppose... I can't even afford iron armor. Alright, we'll have to deal with what we've got. Oh, wait, you might be able to buy my wolf pelts, though.
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Oh, yes. I forgot, Doc. I totally forgot. I also forgot your screen name, so that also doesn't help. But yes, Doc. I should know better. Yes, I wanted to sell. There's the bounty death bell. I want to eat. I'll sell this. I need the money, honestly. Keep the sword just in case. Yes, you can buy these. We'll sell those. 233 gold. Still not enough. Okay. The Switch, I'm pretty excited. I might actually buy it, if only because supposedly the new Pokemon game will be on the Switch or have functionality on the Switch. So I'm excited for that.
I work with my mother to sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days.
Let's see. We heard about bandits, and that might be something we can deal with. By order of Balgruuf the Greater, to all able-bodied men and women of White Run, the bandits located in Valfine Keep have been harassing, robbing, and attacking citizens and visitors. A reward will be offered to anyone who kills their leader, Proventus Avenici. Okay, well, Baron is no fool. He knows that you don't go to talk to a Jarl, but anyone in Jarl's... by the way, is this the HD remake? It is not. Only because I don't have that copy yet, and 2, it doesn't have all the mods I like this random spawn mod where it plots me randomly in the map with a kit of stuff based on my choice. And I like that because it lets me infer my character's history instead of just starting in the same old prisoner Dragonborn business. Yeah, it's just on my PC. So, yeah, what was I saying? Baron is no fool. And you don't go to meet with a Jarl or any sort of king or baron or politician of high ranking who rules a city without looking like you're not a beggar. And right now, Baron knows he looks like a beggar off the street. He may have magical power, but that doesn't sway much with the higher class of citizen. I want to... That's okay. I can still see the chat, so actually that's fine. My other screen got all wonky, but I can still see chat, so it's fine. So I need to make some money so I can dress up partially nicely to go see the Jarl. And no, it's not optimal, but it is role-playing. Let's check our map to see where this Valtheim Keep is. Speak with the leader companions. I'm not super interested in that. I'd like to get to Winterhold, but I also know that I don't remember most of my magical training, and I'm going to need help. I'm going to need to brush up on my skills if I am to go to the College of Winterhold. Danica about the Gildegreen being destroyed. Kill the bandit leader. Alright, let's see where this Valtheim place is. There it is. And that's where we shall go. And the gray are steadfast and trusty, Steve. Hey, when do you think of chaotic neutral characters in D&D sessions? Alignment is sort of interesting, Doc, and I sort of think of it as, if you're chaotic neutral, there's a big difference between what chaotic neutral, I think actually means and how people play chaotic neutral in D&D. Damn, Baron's back is ripped. There's a video by Matthew Colville, who's a writer at Turtle Rock Studios, and he does a lot of D&D content, like Dungeon Master specific videos. And he was talking about how alignment in D&D is about how belief informs action in a character, and that you shouldn't be thinking of, well, this is my character's alignment, and therefore they should act this way. Instead, that looks suspicious. I'm going to go around them. I don't have a bow and arrow with which to ambush them. And instead, it should be about, this is what my character does and believes. What alignment is that? So instead of trying to match the alignment that you've set yourself, instead you behave this way. What alignment is that? Just so that it can work within the game mechanic of D&D. And so with chaotic neutral characters, it comes down to... If I use wolves. This never works. How do I? Okay, E. It comes down to them realizing they can't just do whatever they want, and the best way for that to really like sink in is just have there to be, you know, penalties for the things that they do in game. Like there needs to be consequences for acting rashly, and that, you know, if they keep on doing, you know, evil things and saying, well, I'm chaotic neutral, then you need to say, okay, well, you've done these things, now your alignment has changed. Write this on your character sheet because this is your alignment now. It's not you taking away agency, it's not you taking away control or decision making. It's just like, this is the way your character behaves, this is what this alignment is. And that's sort of, just because I know that sometimes chaotic neutral is the go-to alignment for when people want to be a little bit quick and loose with their actions. Yeah, chaotic neutral is a good way to start. Also, if you don't have a clear idea of what you want your character to be, oh, you must be the bandits. Burn! Give me your stuff. Heal up. Flames. I don't have any lockpicks. I'll trigger that trap after I've dealt with the bandits. Ooh, a dresser. Blacksmith's apron, a hat, miner's clothes. Okay. Let's save, actually. That would be smart. Let's not fight them all at once either. Here we go. Iron armor. And a lockpick. Sweet. See, that's what else I like about this. Hey, Quebec123. Bran. Not Brad, but close enough. Let's see. We'll equip the iron armor. Ah, you're the bandit chief. Get on you so that I can get out of there. And now that we're out here, let's just throw on this helmet for now, because we need it. Thank you, Gray. My trusty steed shall aid me in battle. Eat it. Bandit iron. And we gotta level up. Yo, I know you want to help. Alright, let's level up actually real quick. Let's increase our... I'd love to increase... Yeah, let's increase our magic. I know I want to do magic. Ooh, conjuration would be cool. Right now we're using destruction, so that'll be the one that I boost for now. Doc, I have a female human bard. At least she's a chaotic neutral character, rude, selfish, and doesn't like to dance around a subject. Willing to sign a contract knowing she'll come out on top in the end. Willing to deal with others begrudgingly, even enough to keep them alive for her use later. Hey, that's not bad for chaotic neutral. Like, I think if you have a good idea of what that character is, like what their motivations are, then I don't think you have anything to really worry about in terms of alignment issues. I think the issues with chaotic neutral come into play when people don't have a clear idea of who their character is or who they want them to be, I guess, and then they sort of play a little fast and loose with, you know, how they behave, just because they don't know what they want. But it sounds like you have a really good idea of what you want this character to be. Just take all of your things that I can sell. Woo! Being shot at. Shoot at me, will you? Burn! Wretched humans! Yeah, that's right. Keep that ale for myself, thank you very much. One last tower. Although I think they're all dead. Yeah. Alright. Take this ridiculous hat off. The things one must do to survive. Gold is always handy. As is wine. The black arrow. Ooh. I think Baron also wants to create a book collection. So I think I might actually try to hold on to books. And when I get a house, make a library. Ooh, cheese. The diaries of my D&D group? Yes, I do plan on making those again. We took a little break over the holiday, and we haven't played in a while, and I haven't been making videos for a while, so I'll have to do a little bit of a recap video to let everyone know what's been going on. But yes, I do intend on bringing those back and sort of keeping you guys up to date as to the adventures of the D&D group. There's some fun stuff actually happening right now. Gather these. An alchemy lab. Let's... Ooh. Ooh. Yes, I know how this works. You know what? I wish... And I don't... Maybe it is a spell in this game, but in D&D there's the knock spell, which allows... Ooh, there's Petty Soul Gem with a soul in it. Which allows you to... like unlock locked doors with magic, and I wish that was a spell in this game. I think that would be cool. Miner's clothes. Didn't I pick up a hood? What does that look like? Oh, that looks dumb. Let's see, Doc, he said, like, I'm going to shoot you in the foot versus how long this would possibly, this inflict, how many different diseases this person can. Yeah, I mean, there are bad sides to every other character. Like, if you have a character that enjoys just inflicting pain on people for the sake of doing it because they think it's fun, I would say you're starting to get into evil territory. But very few characters actually end up doing that. Like, there's a difference between, like, interrogating an enemy character and, like, torturing them. What the heck? Gray, get down from there. Silly horse. Ah, I'm carrying too much. Too much iron stuff. Let's drop... That's a small shield. We can drop that. And you're not worth a lot. You're not worth a lot. Drop the stuff that isn't worth much. My Twitch is saying I have more messages below that I can't see right now because I have a hard time scrolling since this takes up my full monitor and doesn't let me switch between. eat these ingredients really quick. Just to learn everyone's effects. That'd be so bad. I'm gonna eat a bunch of magical ingredients all at once. Plenty of potions of healing is always good. Blacksmith's apron we don't need. Gray, you are a strange animal. Yeah, currently I cannot see chat, so give me a second. I will try to amend this. That's why I burned someone to death. There we go. No trap. Alright, now we can make our way back to town. I am at least decently able to present myself. And my horse is up there, so I guess I'm hoofing it. And the river runs in the opposite direction, so that will not help me at all. Can I please scroll? Elder Scroll, please. It'd be super nice if I could see the rest of chat. And I can't get out of the game to do it. When this is happening, this is me trying to scroll down, because right now I can't scroll down. So I'm sure Doc is probably continuing to, or Kevek is probably asking something about the D&D, and I cannot answer. I am sorry. Run from me, for I am Baron, the sorcerer. Oh, also, there's a necromancer up here who is desperately due on his comeuppance. And I want that stone of power, BT dubs. Not even gonna stealth. I'm in heavy armor, so that would be difficult anyway. But there's one necromancer down since the last time I was here, so. And I have some armor on this time, so let's see how this goes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ugh, right in your heart. Yeah, fall down there. Give me robes, though. Robes of minor destruction. I'll take that. And your skeleton should have fallen apart. Yes, perfect. That's the skeleton I looted. Yeah, I don't need a bow. Alright, time to wear clothes more appropriate to my station. What do those do? 12% less for destruction spells, and my magicka regenerates more quickly. That's pretty rad. Ooh, and I look kind of cool, too. Ooh, it comes with a hood and cloak. I'm down with that. Yes, I am. Okay, this is annoying. I really would like to see chat. So, let's save. And I'm just going to exit real quick. Unless, I don't know how it is happening on my end. Like, what's causing me to scroll on my other window that I can't see. Aha! Yes, Doc, I see it now. Yes, it's so strange how this is behaving. Okay. I can see current chat. Someone type something and I'll see if it comes up. It's weird what will randomly cause my game to use the mouse wheel versus my mouse wheel affecting my other monitor. Like right now I can't see how many people are in. Like I can see the chat, but I can't see the bottom of the stream window. So I don't know how many people are viewing. Sort of weird. I might just exit and restart in a second if it continues. Boop, there you are. Balbus. Hello.
Ingredients to bring to the gourmet. You have heard of the gourmet?
I have not. Never heard of him.
You've not heard of the gourmet?
Sorry, Quebec.
Of uncommon taste. He is a wizard with a spatula. Well, not an actual wizard, but his recipes are. You know, I've heard the gourmet is in Skyrim right now.
Well, I don't care that much about this gourmet person. Ba-ba-ba-da. Ooh, look at those not fully rendered water textures. Wow. Thank you, 2011. Making goals and objectives for your characters. Yeah, that can be a tough thing. And I feel like a lot of people go into games, and I'm guilty of this every time I make a new character. I expect myself to know what my character wants, like in the first session. But that really is something you build over time, and sort of as you learn your character, you figure out what they want. Because as they're interacting with the world, that will give you ideas for how they behave. Nice, we got ourselves some robes. I have a sword at my side. I am now presentable to the Jarl. Go to the Jarl, get some money. And then maybe while I'm here, I'll investigate these tales of dragons. Baron is interested. I'm interested in dragons. There's a floating plant over there. Skyrim on PC, everybody. And I've got some stuff to sell too, so I'll be able to make even a little bit more money. And there we go. My Twitch chat just went down and says there's more messages below. That doesn't do me any good if I can't see them. You know what would be more handy is if I could have Twitch open and stuff on my phone. That might not be a bad idea, actually. Open Whiterun. Let's see what we can sell to the smithy lady. I'm actually going to see about opening Twitch on my phone. Hello, love of mine. I love you. It's my girlfriend. Who I love. Let's open Twitch chat on my phone. That way I can read chat without having to worry about my monitor. Also, I feel like some of my enhanced city mods are overlapping and causing me to get... It feels like it's chugging whenever I'm in the cities. Let's see. Twitch. Can I search on mobile Twitch? Just let me search, you dummy. I'll figure that out in a second. You! I have things to sell.
We've got small weapons as well as big.
Yes, Mr. Warbear.
Take a look.
Let's see. Keep arrows because they don't weigh anything. We'll sell this. And this. And this. Keep lockpicks. Keep the pickaxe. There we go. Now I have some money. Not enough to afford those robes over at the general goods store, but I have some robes, so we can deal with that. Now, how do I get this? This seems really dumb. Yeah, because I can't see chat right now, and it's really dumb. I just want to see the rest of chat. Is that so much to ask for? So close. Can I do windowed mode? Is that an option? Display. Gameplay. I wish there was a windowed mode.
Brigands I can handle. But this talk of dragons? The world's gone mad.
There's a route here in Skyrim.
Make our way up to the keep. Save. Just because I need to do that all the time. Actually, real quick, I'm just going to quit out of this really quick. So I can try to fix this. There we go. Rebellious Ewok! Randy Savage mod. You're absolutely right, Marley. Kind of with game volume can increase. Yes, I can do that. And this is Tolkien character name, but not Colin's wizard. But they're inspired by the same person. So let me jump back into the game really quick. I'm not gonna check them. I'm not gonna let it check the mods again. Your character's parents died by the hands of a maniac, and you're the only survivor. Are you guys talking about another character's backstory? Whiterun. And wine! Boop. This will be interesting. I've never really gone full magic user before. I think I might try to keep the one-handed, like the weapon skills, via conjuration magic. Okay, well, I'm going to try to not zoom in and out too much, because that's what's causing me to scroll down and see stuff.
Olfred, patron of the great clan Battle.
Dragon's Reach. Let's see. Shotgun a Four Loco. Yes. Giving Holiday an idea to create characters' goals through his or her backstory. That's a good idea. You can try to write a backstory and create goals from that, or you can do it the other way where you play the character, introduce him, not Holiday. That makes more sense. I thought that might have been the person's name. But you can also just play through the game, and while interacting with the world, you might find goals. There might be a villain you particularly hate or something like that. Hey, you.
I serve Jarl Balgor. Excellent. You've done us a great service.
Yeah, I did.
Here is your reward.
Game volume.
Enjoy your visit.
I turned up the volume on the computer. Let me try increasing it on OBS. I'll have to exit really quick. Yes, I hear you. Really quickly, gonna turn up desktop audio. See if that helps at all. And try that. You'll tell me how that works. Did you get full named? I did get full named. True Mandalore is my brother. You're more of backstory first, objective later. That works too. My only issue I have with doing my backstory first is that sometimes my expectations for my character, when I go in with a lot of expectations for my character, and then when I'm hit with the mechanical parts of the game that limit that, it can become frustrating. And so sometimes I will usually favor coming up with something general and then giving myself time to organically flesh it out as the game progresses. True Mandalore, let me know how volume is now that I'm back in the game. I increased it a little bit in OBS, but unfortunately I can't find a way to make it go up more so
come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest.
Are
of
you the
Great
only
Fort?
wizard in Whiterun?
I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice.
It's about the same for
That reminds
volume.
me.
I'll try to
Speaking
increase
of
it some more.
alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions.
Frost
Would you be
salts.
so kind as to deliver the frost salt?
Very well.
Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task.
Oh, okay. Maybe I won't deliver these frost salts. Maybe I'll just snort them. Where can I learn more about magic?
Student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold.
College of Winterhold. Okay, so that's about what I heard.
You know, if
You're sort of an asshole.
you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
That's what you said. Let's take care of delivering these frost salts that I may or may not snort later on the Jarl's own dinner table. Then we'll see about this rumors of dragon nonsense. I can put on subtitles. That's totally a thing. Put on dialogue subtitles. I'll increase the volume next time I have a reason to leave the game really quick. Thank you again to everyone who decided to jump in on the stream. I know I did this super spontaneously, but
Damn, those
whoa,
great men
relax,
still
dude.
live. They want to back the storm cloaks. They'll get what's coming.
I think you need to relax. That's what I think.
Helgen. Destroyed by a dragon.
Let's see if I can find this Arcadia woman. Aha! The cauldron. I know where that store is. Kill the town crier. I'll kill him later. I'm sort of going into this with a little bit of mentality of Quoth. Like, you come off with nothing. I have to slowly build your way.
But do I detect a case of the rattles? I've got something for that.
I'm slowly building my way up in the social circles of Skyrim. I have some frost salts for you from Farengar.
Splendid, splendid. It's for a special brew I'm working on. A love elixir.
A
like
love
no other.
elixir.
Maybe I'll test it on Farengar first.
He's a douchebag. You don't want to be with
I
him.
suppose you expect some compensation.
Potion of illusion, enhanced stamina, brief invisibility.
Suffice?
I like invisibility. I like it a lot. Yeah, wax face indeed. Yeah, Vax's motivations are strange. I think Vex just wants to be comfortable. Vax's motivation, I think, is to have a normal life. He seems pretty disillusioned with the whole prospect of being an adventurer or a hero. At least that's the way I see it. So let's see. We're going to check out these rumors about dragons in Helgen.
Let me get.
Baron is, while he would love to see a dragon, he's sort of not totally convinced that dragons are around. He's a realist. He's like Frieza. He doesn't deal in myths and legends. He deals in facts. And the fact is that dragons have been extinct for hundreds of years. Drink more. Are you guys drinking at the house? Where's my damn horse? Is he still on that tower? Ugh, I'm gonna have to buy a horse, aren't I? Maybe I'll do it after I investigate Helgen. Ugh, no. It's too far. Hey you, horseman.
Need a horse?
Yes.
So I mostly sweep. Father says I ain't smart enough to be stable master.
You're also not smart enough to sell me a horse, Jervar. Okay, Kyle's drinking. Hey, you.
Got the fleetest steed
I want to buy a horse,
so
so I'm interrupting your sleep.
got
1,000 gold.
Got the coin.
How much gold do I even have? I have 1,063. I have a magic gray horse. I'm not going to spend all my money on a horse. The horses in Breath of the Wild can die? Good lord, Nintendo. We want to make people cry all the time when they're playing our game, so you get invested in these horses that you stable them and you train them and you get attached, and then you can watch them die and watch all your hopes and dreams burn to the ground. That's another game I might get the Switch for. Like, that'll be my first Nintendo console, and it might just be for Pokemon and Legend of Zelda. Just because that's a gorgeous looking game. Alright, where's the road to Helgen? Am I way off? I know it's up here somewhere. I have to go through Riverwood. Sort of make our way up a mountain as only Skyrim characters do. I believe I have a torch. God, I've got a lot of crap. Son of a whore, I scrolled again, and there we go, it did the thing. Luckily, I can still see chat, but now I can't see viewership. I suppose that's fine.
Maik wishes you well.
Hello, Maik. If you're the liar, then that means you wish me unwell.
It does not matter to Maik how strong or smart one is. It only matters what one will do. Greetings, brother.
Hello.
You look weary.
Thank.
I have something to help you relax. If you're interested.
You sound like a skooma dealer. I'm gonna avoid you, orc. If that is your real name. Dude, if there's a rare horse in Breath of the Wild named Epona, I'll freak out. That would be rad. Making my way downtown, walking fast, strangers passing, I'm homebound. Alright, so there's this town of Riverwood, I hear. On the way to Helgen. Which supposedly was attacked by dragons, if you believe the rumors. Which Baron doesn't. Picking up all these plants so I can eat them, which is irresponsible. I know there's only a couple of you guys in the chat, but Stormcloak or Imperial. Do you think that the Ulfric Stormcloak should rule Skyrim, and that Skyrim is made for the Nords and no one else? Or you guys think that the Imperials have their have the people's best interest at heart? Are you gonna play the new Overwatch event, the Chinese New Year one? Yeah, I want that friggin' Diva mech skin. Marley knows what I'm talking about. I saw a wolf. I saw a wolf over there. Over here. And I need the XP. As long as it's not the werewolves, because I have a mod that makes werewolves just randomly spawn. Yeah, burn. I looked away for a second. Where'd he go? Okay, no wolf pelt. You know, the roads are dangerous. time is that anyway? 9:49 in Skyrim time. You know what? I'm gonna get to Helgen, and the gates are gonna be closed, and everyone's gonna be like, dude, no one travels in the middle of the night. Nernroot! So I'm gonna find the inn at Riverwood, rest, and then travel at day. Did Winston get a Sun Wukong skin? And I will never tell my brother that Thin Mints are better than samosas, because that's a dirty, dirty lie. If Winston got a frigging Sun Wukong skin, I'm gonna freak out. Someone tell me about what is happening. Guys, don't leave me in suspense. I know there's a lag. Thin Mints over some... You are deeply troubled.
Ain't every day we get visitors in Riverwood.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Hard not to.
Hey, Delphine.
You're that visitor been poking around.
I just got here. I'd like to rent a room, please.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Thank you. Hey.
I'm the innkeeper. Word is Ulfric Stormcloak escaped from the Imperials. War's only going to get worse now.
That doesn't sound like the Imperials. I'm an Imperial, and I know they wouldn't just let... What was his name? Ulfric Stormcloak?
Give me a mug of ale.
Okay.
Coming right up.
Let's rest up. Get a good night's sleep. Is it a Sun Wukong skin? Can someone post a picture of that in the chat? That would be amazing. Because I thought I was going to be all about that new Diva skin, but Winston's my main man. Thin Mints 2017.
Need a room?
You're still wrong, Marley. Or rebellious Ewok. I'm so used to scrolling in and out when I walk. It's just a habit I built up when I would play Skyrim. Oh yeah, I also have beast race children. So there are Argonian kids and Khajiit kids. Oh, I also have a rad mod that makes the... you can't post links. Okay, no worries. I have a cool mod for Argonians where they have raptor feet. So any boots that they wear, at the bottom of them, they have these cool lizard feet with raptor claws. You know what I just realized? I went all the way back to kill that necromancer back in that other area near... what was it? Winterhold? What's the name of the town? Whiterun. I went all the way back to that stone and did not touch it. I'm a dingus. That's alright. I can use the ones up here to increase my magical powers. Blue mountain flower. That was what my first love called me. That's not true. Zarya is your waifu, Kvek? Zarya is pretty hot. Giant Russian lady. Pink hair. The Mage Stone. Yes. I need to awaken my magical powers. Yes, you're right. I do need to drink more if I'm going to drink and play. You tweeted me the link? Thanks, dude. I will check that. Actually, I need to get a new phone, and then when I get a new phone, I'm going to download Twitter, because right now there's not enough space on my phone. Ugh, I should have just bought a horse. Who thought who heard something? Oh, hello there, Bleak Falls Barrow. It's me. Oh, it's a dog. What are you pointing an arrow at? Hey, 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 you and... What are you screaming about?
Can't hide from me.
I'm not hiding. I'm just... You know what? I have stumbled upon a drunk, crazy person and his doge. Voltron versus Megazord? It depends which Megazord, honestly. I think... Actually, I don't know which one's bigger. I've noticed that the Power Rangers trailer, it is so polarized, the opinion on that. People either hate it or are excited. And I thought it was kind of cool. Like, I'm excited to see what it looks like. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Ah! Okay. So that was a weird part of the mod, that Alduin would spawn right next to me. But Baron, dragons do exist. They're back. I have seen the new Power Ranger trailer. My God. This is the power of dragons. What devastation has been wrought. I must warn the Jarl of Whiterun, but not before I explore a little bit to find out the extent of this destruction. So this is actually the way you run during the normal mission. You run this way, and then you're like, oh no. And you run this way. You're following the Imperial, and then they're like, hey, hey, there's stuff. And then you can either go this way, this way. Let's go this way. Helgen Keep. Yeah, people cling to their nostalgia hard, and I feel like it's sort of weird because we've gone through this sort of song and dance of, you know, a movie or a show that comes out that's covering old, like, retreaded ground, and there are changes to it, and people get all mad, and I feel like we've done this so many times, we're just like, I'm just gonna go see the movie. It's super hard to, you know, judge a film like that before you really get a chance to see it. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be Citizen Kane. I mean, as long as it's fun. Like, it's a Power Rangers movie. Let's be real here. I'm just going to go sort of run through here because I know there's some handy stuff. There's some spells that I want. And we'll say for the lore that Baron is interested in finding to see if maybe there's any survivors who might be able to tell him more about the dragon that tore this place apart. Because he is really interested. There won't be anyone for me to fight except for, like, the spiders and stuff. Or the bear, maybe. Wait, this goes outside. We'll go back. But yeah, Baron wants to see if there's any survivors that... If there were survivors, they would have hidden in Helgen Keep. And... so that's what he wants to find out. Wop. I might finish this whole bottle of wine tonight. Blah! Ravage. It's got knights on it. And it was buy one, get one free at the grocery store because I'm a cheap fuck. Here we go. We'll see if we can find any survivors. And then I'll go warn Whiterun. Oh God, he's still here. Okay. Hello? Is there anyone here? I'm here to save you. Not that I'm really interested, I'm just interested in learning about the power of dragons. They fascinate me. They are naturally powerful and have an innate magic that I find interesting, and I wish to harness for my own. Whenever I play Spellcaster, I always go a little bit more chaotic, and True Mandalore can attest to that with my AD&D wizard, Joran. Is anyone alive down here? No, I suppose that's not a surprise. A dead wizard. Ba-doop. Shall search this mage. Novice hood, yes. Sparks. Let's check out Robes of Minor Destruction. We want the Novice Hood, Magicka. We want Robes of Minor Destruction because this does the same thing plus. Oh, what? If I put on the hood... Oh, I have to choose one or the other, don't I? Increases my magic by 30 points. And I'm not going to be sticking on destruction, so I'll stick with this outfit. It also looks not nearly as evil. Well, I mean, that's sort of like Kvek, to sort of like talk about like spellcasters and like bordering on evil. I mean, if you think about the way at least the West has sort of dealt with magical characters in fiction, is that they're almost always evil. Because it's like the concept of like a mortal working with forces that are like the tools of the gods, and that absolute power corrupts absolutely. And so it's sort of fun to sort of like, you know, walk that line of chaos and power. I think Baron is interested in... Wizards tend to be evil. Hashtag barbarians were right. Well, I mean, if you think about like that's the way like the Conan the Barbarian, like swords and sorcery, that's the way it deals with that. Dumbledore wasn't evil. That is correct. And like Baron isn't an evil person, but he is interested in the applications of magic, even if it goes into places that other people kind of squirm at. Because he doesn't want to be powerless again after he was taken in, after he was betrayed by his old master. He is not interested in that happening again, and so whatever power he can grab, I think that's what he's going to go for. He's not outwardly evil, but he looks out for number one. Which is kind of good for a Skyrim playthrough because that allows us to sort of do what we want. Yes, Gandalf and Dumbledore, they weren't evil. I guess I'm thinking more of like a swords and sorcery sort of thing. But I sort of think of characters like Raistlin Majir from the Dragonlance Chronicles, who was a character who was obsessed with his personal power, which is sort of like... I remember reading Dragonlance when I was in middle school. Oh, also I got a new book, so let me read that actually. Sparks. Dealing damage to health and magicka. Let's favorite it. And I'll use that whenever I'm fighting magic users. And in terms of like good having an evil counterpart, Marley, I think that works in the scenarios where they're going for that, but in a lot of at least older fiction, like maybe from like the 70s, like 60s through the 80s, it was martial power was that, like the strength of your own arms was the force used by the good guys, and the bad guys used magic, was that like forbidden art that they were taking advantage of, that they had no part in being in. Is the lever for this drawbridge not here when you don't spawn in with the main story arc? Interesting. Unless I'm totally missing it, which I'm on like my third glass of wine, which is totally possible. I can't find the lever. Can you guys see it? Hey, Caitlin Marie. What's going on? Darth Vader. Darth Vader? Yeah, Jedi are sort of wizards, and so are Sith. Just different mentalities about magic. Yeah, I can't see the lever. I'm just sort of spinning around here. Yeah, I think that was the mentality. It was like magic was the easy way, and it was too much power for like normal humans to have, and that, you know, if you were like a fighter like Conan, you know, you got by on your wits and strength and skill that you earned yourself. And that, you know, a lot of like old ways of like thinking about magic. was like through demons and stuff. So it was like you borrowed the magic like a witch from like the devil or something. Okay, so now I have to backtrack like an idiot. But I'm gonna go warn that Jarl person that there's a dragon, because that sounds like something that people might sounds like the kind of service that a Jarl might pay someone for. And Baron knows that money can help him go a long way to furthering his studies into the magical arts. So we'll make our way back outside and we'll fast travel to... Well, we'll go to Riverwood. Also, for any of you guys watching, make sure to tune in tomorrow. 3 p.m. is Carson and Nate's beginning of their Ocarina of Time stream, which should be a lot of fun. Go to Riverwood. I have some stuff to sell, some things to buy. Caitlin Marie, drink more. There's the gray. Where have you been? I've been standing on towers. You're an idiot.
Did I see you talking to Sven?
No.
Maybe not. Maybe. Never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
Stay away from him if I were you.
You stay away from me.
Whatever you need. Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger?
No, I'm not.
Everything you need to make
Thank you for this free stuff. I just want. I'm a man of magic and magical science. These people want me drunk. Passwords. What's up, dude or lady? I don't know. Let's see. We don't need this. We don't need that. Don't need this, or that.
Good day.
I'm not going to help you forge. That is not what I'm about. Let's see if he can... This guy sells spells.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
This sounds like a personal matter. Although that's stealing.
We are done talking about this.
You look like fellow Imperials. Hello, my
I
brethren.
don't know what you overheard, but Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop.
I feel compelled to help my kin. Did
Yeah.
something happen?
We did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing.
I'm surprised Lupin hasn't...
Solid gold.
Oh, he's sleeping on the couch and is adorable. I won't bother him. After playing D&D, Elder Scrolls feels so constraining. Like, it used to be a game where I felt like I had all these options and all this choice and all this agency. And then you play D&D and then you come back to like Elder Scrolls and you're so constricted by the choices you have. Because I have this. Instead of, perhaps I could be invested to, like, get this clawback. Or, like, what about these bandits? Like, who were they? Did they have an insignia? But I can help the clawback. It'll do just fine.
From my last shipment.
And I need coin. I'm interested in these claws.
You're going to get those thieves. The sooner you... Some may call this junk. Me...
Do you sell spells?
I think I have a few old spell books laying about.
I've heard about this college.
Want more, you'll have to go to the college.
Blue mage robes. Magic regenerates 50% faster. That's not bad. But I think my robes do the same thing. They do. Let's sell some of this stuff. I want this for my library. Falmer ear. I'm going to end up eating that. Sell this. Sell. Yes. This is one of the first games I've ever played where I haven't gone smithing as a thing, but I don't think this character would be interested in that at all. Like, he's an enchanter maybe, but he's not going to go and make his own equipment. That's right. I always forget about potions and scrolls. Like, they're such a good resource, and I'm always forgetting about them. Now let's buy stuff. Let's see. A child's doll. That's frightening. That could be useful, but it's way too expensive for me. Because I was thinking about getting to Conjuration. I tried starting a Conjuration wizard in Oblivion. And I never got far enough. Here we go. Frostbite. Fury. Lesser Ward. Oak Flesh. Raise Zombie. Reanimate a weak dead body to fight for you 60 seconds. I like the sound of that. And I like the sound of Oak Flesh as well. We'll leave Frostbite. Oh, that's like flames. Yeah, I'll buy that. And Clairvoyance. All right, we bought a bunch of spells.
All right.
We're in business. We're in business. Clairvoyance, Frostbite, Oak Flesh, Raise Zombie. Magic Incarnate. We will favorite this one, and we'll favorite these, and we'll start narrowing down spells as we get more powerful versions of them.
So now you don't have to go.
Those go the tinker with your RPGs? That's pretty cool. I've never done tinkering. Yeah, fighter or barbarian for Kyle. Although you've played some cool characters before. You've done bards and wizards before. I think you play more naturally a fighter or barbarian because that's your. My tree mod is blocking the Bleak Falls Barrow.
Those thieves must be mad hiding out there.
Yeah?
Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else.
That's true. Are you gonna lead me? Okay. You know what I sort of realized is my character sort of looks like how I imagine Quoth, at least in the during when he's telling the story during the King Killer Chronicles by Patrick Rothfuss, which you guys should read because they're awesome. I'm always so nervous not to scroll in and out, but I want to look at my character. Like I don't spend forever in Character Creator, so that I can not look at my character every once in a while. And to sort of dig into the reason why I'm drinking so heavily tonight, Donald Trump is our president, everyone. And he's signing an executive order to repeal Obamacare. So that's fun. Want that affordable healthcare so people have the access to basic things that they need? Too bad. Yeah, burn! I wonder if I can raise that. Can I make you a zombie? Jeez, that takes a lot of magic. I can. Come, zombie wolf. You are my friend now. My phone made a buzz. Caitlin Marie is now following me on Twitch. Caitlin Marie, you shouldn't have. But I'm glad you did. Thank you. That's really nice. Alteration magic is really good for mages just because having to deal with no armor is really sucky. And so ways to just sort of bolster your defenses are pretty sweet. I mean, I even use it for like my thief and assassin characters. Uh-oh. What is this? Don't howl. Oh. Well, you disintegrated. So that's something. A person. Well, I have just the thing for this, and I'm doing this now only because I know I'll forget. 20 seconds? Sounds good to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What the hell? I'm invisible! What the hell? You can't... What? What is this? What is this horse shit? And why... Okay, thank you. Okay. Frostbite drains your stamina. That sounds like fun. Yeah, chase me now, Mr. Sneezy. That's not your name, but... And guess what? You're gonna fight for me. 'Cause that's the kind of guy I am now, I guess. And now I need a sword. Wait, just wait a second while I find my weapons. Your friend is behind you. Congratulations, your friend is alive. Bad news, he's on my side. Level up real quick. Give ourselves some more magicka. Conjuration. Now that we can summon our zombie thralls. Ooh. Oh, and you're right, Kvek. That was totally a nat 1 on my stealth. I was literally invisible. Literally invisible. Horse shit. You are now my thrall. Welcome. Sorry, but you didn't make the cut. Those are too heavy. Take those. Taking only the valuable stuff. Because my character does not have a lot of... his carrying capacity is low. Baron is not invested in his strength. I mean, he needs to swing his weapons, but... his magic is stronger. And yes, am I supposed to be telling the Jarl of Whiterun that there's a dragon headed towards it? Absolutely. Does Baron need money to feel comfortable in dealing with the upper class? Yes, that is a thing. He came from a very wealthy family in the capital of the Empire. But when his family was killed by mysterious assassins, he was left with nothing. And while born into a rich family, once you have nothing when your inheritance is stolen by your asshole uncle, you feel sort of, you know, self-conscious all the time because you put a lot of self-worth into your family station. And then when you have neither that or wealth, you're sort of screwed. Oh crap, my zombie died. Shit. Let's put sword into other hand. You have a big axe. Go away. Thank you. Ooh, wine. That's worth a lot. Or not a lot, but something. Ah, jeez. Yes. Haha, I gotcha. Someone needs to be my thrall, and it might as well be you. Where's your weapon, man? Good lord. Where's your pride? Sounds like character's a Baudelaire. I'm also sort of improving his backstory as I fall deeper and deeper into a drunken stupor. Will you be my bow-slinging thrall? And pick up your equipment? That's the sort of sucky thing about having... Maybe I can't loot them before I turn them into a zombie. Maybe that sort of cuts out their equipment. Man, that sucks. Sort of get through this first dungeon. Let's see where we're at. Zombie rat! Die! My zombie rats will devour you. They don't need their weapons. Yeah. Glorious. No! My zombie rat, you bitch! You are my next thrall for this. There, now you're a zombie. How do you like it? Scroll of Mayhem? That sounds like a lot of fun. Where's your bow? You are useless zombies. Oh, so I leveled up. Let's boost our health a little bit. Dual casting conjuration spell overcharges the spell, allowing it to last longer. That's kind of cool. Bound weapons do more damage. That one would be cool if I could summon bound weapons. Ooh, alteration. This is like my magic armor stuff. Let's boost that so it's not quite as expensive for me. I'm Baron Baudelaire. Ah! You frightened me. Don't backtalk me, your sass. I ain't got time for that. Oh, that's much less magicka. That's wonderful. Minor magicka potion. I'm gonna have to get into alchemy so I can make stuff like that. Because when my combat capability is directly linked to a resource like... Shut up! Thank you. Jesus. Didn't even turn into an ash pile. So inconsiderate. Oh my. Well, that didn't go well for you at all. Oh well. Your loss is my gain. Ooh, torches are always nice to have. Okay, and we got snake, whale, or fish. Whatever you prefer. I think it's a whale. Check up here, see if there's anything up here. Yes, there's a potion. Glorious. Whee! Ultimate power! Did your parents belong to a secret organization by any chance? With an eye as a symbol. That would be sort of cool. I don't know if these series of events are that unfortunate. But maybe they are. Catch up on eating our ingredients, because that's something a healthy person does. Eating all of these so very healthy ingredients. Enchanter's Potion, Scroll of Call to Arms, Health and Stamina. Oh, that's kind of cool. Reed Thief, Pickpocket increased. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Just constantly pumping that oak flesh. And we'll put flames on because we're not fighting any mages down here. Scroll of Fireball. That is glorious. For a sorcerer like myself. In fact, let's put that in our favorites menu, shall we? Put Mayhem in there too. No. It is not there. It is I, Baron, who will arbitrarily decide that some enemy later down the road is my master who betrayed me. Oh my, you have a lot of health, sir. Oh dear, this is not going well. I should have saved. Let's see. Let us put healing on the other one, shall we? Heal up. Healing, healing. Yeah, eat it. That's what magic scrolls are for, bitch. Deal with me. Web sack. Desiccated corpse. You're fine. Just relax. Lockpick is handy. Am I drunk yet? No, I'm buzzed.
Get me out of here.
We'll finish off this bottle, shall we? Blub blub blub. Whee!
Get me down. Get me
down. Yeah. All right.
Don't leave me for
Boop.
Arcade's sake.
Stop complaining, silly dark elf.
Get me down. Help me out of here.
I'm searching corpses. Can't you see? It's very important work.
Help me out of here.
Okay.
You, over here. You did it. You killed it. Now cut me down before anything else.
I killed it with the use of a magical scroll, but he doesn't need to know that. Where's this golden claw?
I know how it works. The claw, the markings, the door in the Hall of Stories. I know how they all fit together. Help me down and I'll show you.
So he's admitted to stealing this claw. Hand over. He can't hand over the claw. Look at him. Let me see if I can cut you down.
Okay, thank you.
I won't use my fire because you'll burn alive.
It's coming loose. I can feel it.
There. You happy?
Why should I share?
Oh, no, you didn't.
Treasure with anyone.
Yeah, that's what I thought. If I were the police, I would say, freeze, motherfucker! And you'd be frozen. About the tunic, the golden claw, booyakasha, Aravel's journal. Let's see what it says. Punch him in the heath. Good one, guys. Let's see. My fingers are trembling. The golden claw is finally in my hands, and with it, the power of the ancient Nordic heroes. That fool Lucan Valerius had no idea that his favorite store decoration was actually the key to Bleak Falls Barrow. Now I just need to get to the Hall of Stories and unlock the door. The legend says there is a test that the Nords put in place to keep the unworthy away. But that, when you have the golden claw, the solution is in the palm of your hands. Well, what an interesting little story that was. Because that's the key right there. It's in the palm of the hand. Try to cheat me, will you? Big old dummy. I need soul gems. Those are handy for things. I should actually hold on to these rings now that I have a little bit of money so I can enchant them with magic. I mean, that'll be more helpful once I have actual magical items to disenchant and learn their enchantments. Where are you from? Are you talking about me or Quebec? Because I know Quebec said that you're not from the States, are you? Oh my. The dead have risen. I can't raise them as zombies since they're already dead. Burn, 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 burn faster, please. Oh shit. Ow. Alright. I wonder if I can actually raise them as zombies. Huh! I totally can! That's hilarious. Ancient Nord Spear. I'm just interested in the gold that you've been left behind with. Oh, you from the Dominican Republic? That's sweet. I am originally from Maine, the northeastern tip of these United States of America. But currently, I live in Florida. I moved here a little while back for a job that I got. That's cool. I wish that they would pick up their goddamn weapons. It makes me not want to raise them as unholy thralls. Sort of discourages me from doing that when they don't equip themselves. Go over there. Hey, Carl. Your name is Carl now. Go touch that. No, I want you to touch that. I see. I know I've been unclear. And I know that I was sort of scary there. But I want you to touch this. I want to see what happens when you touch... Carl? God damn it, Carl. I'm looting you now. Useless. Well, it's obviously a trap. Whee! I'll leave that triggered so I can escape. Stop that. Let's stab somebody. Let's stab the super sneaky Draugr. Oh, look at me. I'm not just sleeping. I'm totally dead. Oh, geez, you do magic. Screw you, dude. Oh, shit. I want a zombie. I need healing. Heal me. Help me, undead minion. Thank you. Baron does not sully his hands when he does not need to. The power of fire and ice kills you. Are you from Arizona? That's super cool. Arizona is one of those places that, like, generally, like, I want to, like, visit other places outside of the States. But Arizona, like, almost feels like a different world. Like, just from, like, the pictures I've seen with, like, the different, like, natural stone and, like, the red dirt, like, the red soil. You know what? I should take a bow. Just for long-range sneak attacks. Thank you. Okay. See, that's why... I don't know if it's something to do with a mod that I have, that it's stupid that these guys don't have their weapons when I raise them as zombies. I think that's dumb. I also think that Kyle and Marley left the chat because they don't really care about me. Also, it's late, so that's fine also. Scroll of Mass Paralysis. That also sounds fantastic. Oh my. Let's oak flesh ourselves, shall we? Woohoo! Alright. Just in case we need to make a quick escape. And we'll flames and... I should actually probably favorite you. And we'll flames the other hand. And we'll save because we haven't done that in a while. Oh, also we leveled up. I forgot. Let's Magicka a little bit more. We've done that one before. Let's increase our one hand, actually. We've been doing that for a little while. I don't see a reason to not increase it. Yeah, don't do that again. This will be funny. Ha! Idiot. I'm a Draugr. I'm super scary. Oh shit, he had friends. That's bad for me. Oak flesh. Burn! Ow. Yeah! Like a ninja. Kaylin Marie, you have Resident Evil 7 pre-ordered? That actually looks pretty cool. And if True Mandalore was in the chat, he would tell you how great Witcher 3 is. He loves it so much. I still haven't finished playing through Doom. I love that game. Burn! Yeah. And a nice stab animation. That's what you get. A corundrum ingot. I'll take that, please. Whoop. 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 There you are. I will find the secret to the Bleak Falls Barrow. Ooh, I actually want that troll skull for my house when I can afford it. I think it makes a nice decorative piece, don't you? Nice. Dude, Overwatch is so much fun. I was playing it a while back, and I'm just starting to get back into it. My friend Richard from work gave me the bug. Winston is my boy. Owlboy I've heard great things about. Boyfriend's playing Overwatch on PS4. Hey, console's good, man. Nothing wrong with that. PCs are high maintenance. Like, I definitely enjoy my PC gaming, but it is expensive to keep those up to par. Stupid zombie. In fact, you would be much better off in my service. Rise. Ugh, I wish you would pick up your goddamn weapons. Maybe that's a higher level spell. Like at higher level spells, they'll pick up their weapons again and actually use them. That'd be awesome. Your boyfriend loves Winston too? We're gonna be best friends. Can't spell Winston without Win. And his ultimate is Zuzaru. Nothing wrong with that. And he likes peanut butter. Like, it's a win on all sides. No one can deny. What is happening? Okay, there we go. I want my oaky flesh back, please. I'm interested in any magic that makes me more powerful. Normally I'm sneaking through here with Barzul. Blow out, then his fancy Mehrunes Dagon dagger. Oh, this fucker. Yeah, you don't like that, do you? I need my sword. I forgot that's my favorites. Kill my zombie, will you? I'll show you what's what by making you a zombie. Ha 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 ha. Eat a dick. Overwatch is fun. They sometimes will have free weeks to play, so you should try it out. It's super accessible to what's great about it is that it allows gamers from different experiences to enjoy it. Like, if you play MOBAs, your skills are viable. You play MMOs, your skills are viable. Shooters, like, you can go in there with so many different kinds of skill sets and enjoy the game. That and the characters are just fun to play as. Like, I had an issue when I was playing it a lot. I found that my issue was that I started taking it too seriously, and I was stressing myself out all the time about getting better, about thinking about pro plays, and like, honestly, like, I'm never gonna be a pro. So I'm trying to get back into it, but with the understanding that, you know, just enjoy the game and have fun, because otherwise I just torture myself, and that's no way to enjoy a game. Like, let's be real. shit. Okay. Hello, zombie people. Oh, shit! Let's see how many of you I can catch in this nonsense. Whee! Look at me! Come and get me, bitch. Yes, come walk through. God damn it! I should have started with fire. Stupid dummy. You be my zombie thrall. I mean, enjoying games for story is, you know, is perfectly valid. I have no qualms with that, because that was me for the longest time. Because I was only interested in games with a story. But what's kind of cool about Overwatch is that if you enjoy story, there's a lot of supplemental stuff that you can find online to enjoy, whether it's their cinematics, which Blizzard's cinematics are gorgeous, or like their webcomics and stuff. Like, it's there for you to access, which is really, really nice. The Last of Us is this cool game that I started on my friend's PlayStation when it first came out, and I never finished it, and I'm ashamed. Also, Dragon Egg, just because that's a Nord thing. Like, I remember the first time I played this, I thought that for sure there was going to be a dragon at the end of this dungeon. Also, I have to pee, so I'll be right back. Wine. Bad news is that that bottle of wine is empty. Good news is that I have beer. I can wallow in my misery of the new presidency throughout the night. And this pleases me. Because while it doesn't fix my problems, it makes me feel better. And so does killing things, which is what Skyrim provides. And it's not competitive, so I can just sort of enjoy it. This is so... I've been playing Barzul like non-stop, and every time I pick up a new Skyrim game, I play Barzul, who's this stealth assassin guy, and it's super weird, not sneaking everywhere. And it's kind of refreshing, and it lets things move a little bit faster, even though I'm squishy as fuck. Let's cruise through the rest of this thing, so let's see. What does our golden claw tell us? Let's see. Bear, moth, owl. Perfect. Stealth is not a bad build to go, especially once you get to that, like, times 32 friggin' stealth bonus that you can get with a light weapon. It's crazy, man. And stealthing with like a bow, shit's overpowered. I stealth killed a dragon with Barzul not too long ago. Snuck up and stabbed him in the tail twice with my Mehrunes Dagon dagger. Wood Elf Archer. Whenever I play Wood, I go for like a thief build. I'm always either a Wood Elf or a Khajiit, and I'm always happy with that decision. We'll go flames. What is this power I sense? I do not understand the symbols, but I have a semblance of a meaning. And holy shit, it's a Draugr Overlord. That's bad. Burn! Fuck. I feel like I'm going to need this. Ha! Oh, you're just paralyzed. Okay. Oh shit! Fuck! No! Die! 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 Wood elves in their heights, yeah. Beast Layer's key and a dragon stone. Iron Great Sword of Soul Snares. Ooh, I like that. I might disenchant that. Rad. What do we got here? The Amulet of Kinnereth. I like that. Ring of Minor Health. A magical staff. Guys. I'm down with that. Where are my rings kept in this weird UI? Okay, they're here. Ring of Minor Health. And then Amulet of Kinnereth. Sweet. Now I have a magic staff now. Draugr Overlord is too powerful for Ray's zombie. Well, excuse me, princess. Ooh, jumping. Cupboard. Fuck. Fine. Kvek, you might be you and Caitlin Marie might have been the only people in chat. But do you guys, if you guys have ever dungeon mastered, then do you prefer being a dungeon master or a player? And if you've never dungeon mastered, have you ever thought about it, or what kind of campaign would you like to run? You prefer being a DM? Me too. I find that because I started out being a dungeon master, like it was in high school, and I decided I want to play a D&D game, but I didn't want to wait for someone to start a game, so I just started one, and so I just ended up becoming the de facto dungeon master as my brother and I went through college, and I found that it made me into a bad player because I would sort of put my expectations on the other dungeon master, and that was unfair. I made him into a zombie, whether he wanted it or not, and I probably didn't need to actually use that staff. Because unlike in D&D, my magical spells are much more of a renewable resource than magical items. Which is not the same in D&D. In D&D, you use magic items to supplement your lack of other things, since you only have so many spells in a day. Where are you, lady? Don't make me come up there. Yeah, but I just really enjoy having people experience a story. Like, it's so satisfying when I run a campaign, and we're talking about it, like, years later. Like, and people think about those experiences as real as, like, when we go out. Like, to me, that's super satisfying. Bandit Scout is too powerful for raised zombie? What? That's crazy. Oh, am I leveled up? Oh shit, I am! Magic. Let's see. Nah. Let's see. Like being I totally agree. Like being a player certainly allows a lot of like freedom. You can sort of like dive into the world and enjoy it. But there is something to be said about laying out a story or like a world, because it's less about a story. Because if you lay out a story that people want to explore, what you've done then is you've created a singular set of actions that you want to occur. What's I think is more interesting is to lay out a world for people to explore. Then you enjoy just seeing them run wild in, and then creating a story around them, which isn't necessarily what people are always looking for, but I think is kind of neat. So I need more conjuration stuff. I'm still using destruction magic. Actually, I've been healing some, so let's buff that so it doesn't take quite as much energy for me to heal myself. I don't know how long I've been streaming for, but this might be a long archive video. Where am I? Alright, I'm coming up on Riverwood. I also took the Mage Stone, so it shouldn't be that long. Quebec, I have a campaign in the works where the main villain would be the old... I assume you mean God of Arcane Knowledge, but this old magic is blood magic. So the story would center around necromancy, blood magic, and the conflict between gods. That sounds interesting. So would maybe like a warlock who might worship the old gods? I mean, assuming you're running 5th edition, if they're a warlock with like maybe an old god pact, they might deal with this old god of arcane magic and deal with blood magic and necromancy. That could be kind of cool. Also, you know, dealing with gods and like their conflict is a great endgame sort of content. Why am I going backwards? Yeah, Riverwood is here. Ooh, a house.
It's so nice to have a visitor.
You're definitely a witch, but I'm not gonna mess with you right now. I ain't got time for that. And I'm using an unofficial book that creates a variant for each class with a blood magic twist. That's really cool. What book is that? That sounds kind of neat. That's perfect, though, for the kind of setting that you want to run.
Hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
Are you hiding behind that bush? Walk away right now.
Nice try. I'm not gonna ask again.
I'm not gonna give you my money. I don't have time for this.
Never should. Come here.
You Made a mistake, boy. Where's my sword? Didn't I add that to my favorites? I thought I did. It's totally in my favorites. Oh, you know what? It's here. That's why. You done plumb gone did it now, boy. Ooh, that's grim. Sorry there, friend. But you, harassed the wrong person. Ooh, an orcish dagger. Sort of lay you against this tree. Be harder for someone to find your body. I don't want to get blamed with the murder of some person who is like the disheveled, lost son of some lord who decided to become a bandit because of reasons. I do not have time for that. So the longer it takes for someone to find your body, the better. Which is the exact reasoning that I use for Barzul, so maybe I shouldn't use that for Baron. That feels like a disservice to a character if I just act like Barzul. Ooh, he is a bastard. Like, make no mistake. Going from wine to beer is such a difference, just like flavor-wise. I think I've become a wine person, which is me just becoming my father, which is not terrible. Love you, Dad. This is in terms of drinking, which I think is a good thing. I like wine more than beer, I think. It's called Dark Arts Player Companion. Interesting. That's a cool supplement. Is that in like an online PDF?
Need a room? Talk to Delphine.
Heard any rumors lately?
A boy up in Windhelm, name of Aventus Aretino, been trying to contact the Dark Brotherhood.
What a compelling delivery that was on that line. I'm looking for it. Got any leads?
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Cool. I need a room. Hey. Hey.
You're that visitor. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Thank you. Then in the morning, I'm going to deliver that claw and then sleep with that guy's sister. It also creates an interesting dynamic between clerics and paladins. Absolutely. That's one of my favorite things about playing a class like those, is that like their class sort of inherently introduces those elements of morality, which can create character conflict, which I love. Also, thank you for sticking around, Kvek. That's really cool of you. Also, if you live in the Dominican Republic, you speak Spanish. I would assume. I'm trying to learn Spanish. You found it on the Unearthed Arcana subreddit. That's pretty sick. I have the Golden Claw.
There it is! Strange. It seems smaller than I remember.
Are you insinuating that I shrank it with my magic? Because if I could, I probably would have done that.
I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
Thank you for your gold. I am going to also sell stuff to you. I need that for my library. I'll sell this. And this and this. I'm wearing that. Keep that just in case. I'll sell this. You can sell that. Sell that. 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 Speech increased to 19. Glorious. I disenchant that. That's really cool. These like blood magic spells you're talking about? That sounds pretty rad. Sell that dagger. Alright. We got some money now. How much money we got? 2,000. All right, that's some money. Hello, whoa, God.
It's a fine day.
Why are you painted up like a clown? That is scary. All right, now I can go warn the Jarl about these dragon troubles that they're about to have. Whoop. So here we are in Whiterun. I ain't done nothing. Suspect, sir. Suspect.
Battleborn, give me your money.
Creatures like an archlich and a zombie dragon and fiends. That's pretty rad. I'm coming for you, crazy shouting person. Someday, there's a reckoning coming. Just you wait. Just you wait. Alexander Hamilton. Drinking and questing, questing and drinking. Oh, here she looking all suspicious.
What's the meaning of this interruption?
I came in here earlier and you didn't have any problems, Irileth. Helgen was attacked by a dragon.
Why the guards let you in? Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
She doesn't seem surprised by this at all. Hello, Mr. Balgriff.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Hey, man, Kvek. I'm happy you enjoy sticking around and chatting and just watching me play and stuff. I like having someone to interact with while I do this sort of thing. Yes, and the beast is headed toward Riverwood. Well, that was a while ago, so it's probably past it. It's probably fine.
So now, Proventus, shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most
Or have Riverwood citizens stay here for a bit.
lurking in the mountains.
It's a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not.
This sounds like a lot of stuff that Baron is not interested in. And Irilith was your first wife in Skyrim? I think he's Barzil's secret crush.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
Yeah, you return to your duty, Mr.
Well done.
Panichi or whatever your name is.
You've done Whiterun a service. I won't
Well, I was just interested in this dragon business.
as a small token of my
Steel
support.
armor.
There is another thing you could do for
It's not really for me, but
suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps.
tell me more.
Let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
That's always been such a weird line. These dragons and rumors of dragons. Like, I feel like they should have chosen one or the other. Like, so these rumors of dragons, or like, you might be able to help with these dragons. Like, saying both sounds weird. I am a wizard.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project.
It's me.
Fill him in with all the details.
I am the person to
The Jarl
help.
thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons.
What a
Yes.
compelling
he
delivery of
used to fetch
lines.
Something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually
I already
be.
got that. Where am I going? What am I
Straight to
fetching?
the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I learned of a
You shut
certain
your
stone
damn mouth.
tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow. Find this tablet. Ah, the Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls
Yes.
Barrow. You already found it. You are cut.
I
You'll have
need
to
my
see the
reward. I am not interested in charity work. I want to disenchant that thingy. It's heavy. And minor destruction robes. Sweet. Alright, so we did that. That bald guy is voiced by the thief that gets killed at the beginning of the game. Huh! Oh, you're totally right. They've got like 5 voice actors for this whole game.
What was it doing?
Like, and then add in all like the unique characters.
If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, we don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
Ba ba da ba 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 da.
Father says I'm too young to train.
Came from the Western Watchtower.
Whee! Also, I feel like this game has like 4 different like models for mage outfits, and a million for melee characters. It's Dragon Age Origins all over again. I'm getting there, Caitlin Marie. I may be. I emptied out that wine bottle all just tonight, and now I'm drinking beer, which means I can't go back. But and they're talking about dragons, and I'm running around the Jarl in a circle.
Head down to the barracks for some food and rest.
Think about running Storm King Slender. I've looked into it. It looks pretty neat. It requires a lot of Giants miniatures, which unless you've been actively collecting that miniature set, if you're running with miniatures, is a hard thing to fill out. It looks pretty cool though. I've been running the starter set just because it's a nice way to start with new players. Yes, we'll fight this dragon, and I'll find out I'm Dovahkiin.
Accept this gift from my personal armor.
Thank you.
I should come along. I would
You're
very much like to
a nice person, yes. That's kind of cool. But these blades gauntlets have like 4 more armor? I'm not really making potions at the moment.
Can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the
Yeah, Farengar. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, I'm gonna fight this dragon drunk.
This isn't a death or glory mission. I need to know what we're dealing with.
Don't worry, my lord.
I've seen you helping the Yard.
Also, if you guys are enjoying this, you gotta check out Carson and Nate's stream tomorrow at 3 p.m. Did you just sniff me? Who just sniffed me? Was it you? Are we gonna have to fight? Nee, look. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Nee. Eh. You're standing around is rubbish. You have cartons of minis? Wait, carton minis? You have a car-ton? Let's go fight a dragon so I can get my voice powers. I mean, I already learned a word. I just need to gather a soul. Oh yeah, you really like Storm King's Thunder? I started running Tyranny of Dragons when that came out. And while it's kind of cool, there are a lot of flaws in that first adventure. Like, when you're defending the town of Greenest, it has so many, like, encounters one after the other that I found that it doesn't give the players a chance to use, like, a short rest or, like, a long rest, which they kind of need with all those encounters because it's a lot, and they end up feeling like they need to rest, and if they rest, then that's sort of, like, the whole thing sort of resolves, and then you feel like you have to sort of tell them, ugh, that you need to, like, no, guys, don't do this, and so I had to create some weird extra mechanic for, like, some priests casting the spells that like healed them and also allowed them to like recharge some spells and stuff. It was weird. I haven't run Storm King's Thunder yet, but I've glanced through it at the bookstore and it looks really cool. What do you like about it, Kvek? I'm interested actually. Like, as a dungeon master, I'm always looking for things to borrow from in terms of like both mechanical game construction and then like story stuff. Where is Irileth? Thank you. Jeez. Kvek, you have to talk about your like gaming waifu here. Like, she's like dropping the ball hardcore, man. Oh, she's got to do a speech. She's getting hyped. All right. I like she had the moment she like. Okay. Gonna get her psyched up. We're the man. We can do this. We got this. Yeah, big boss. Yeah. All right. Now I'm gonna do my speech.
Where it came from or who sent it.
You have minis that are made of carton and base to keep them up? That's awesome, Kavak. That's really innovative. I used to make miniatures out of paper and cardboard, and I would color them in with marker and tape them when I was just first starting my collection. Now it's totally out of control. I have way too many minis.
Dragon is threatening our homes, our families. Could you call yourselves Nords if you ran from this monster? Are you going to let me face this thing alone?
Good speech, Irileth.
No, Housecar.
But it's more than
This guy, hey you, get focused. If you die for the honor of Skyrim. And Skyrim's for the Nords, supposedly.
killing it is ours.
I mean, you're all part of the Empire anyway.
Now what do you say?
I'm Quoth.
Kill us a dragon?
Yeah, damn right.
I want my bound weapons and familiars. And I want to summon Daedra. There are parts that are so open that you can introduce your PC's backstory. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like the modules that are open to customization into it. I remember Tyranny of Dragons had some like extra like background stuff that you can introduce to give your characters like personal interest into the story. Oh yeah, especially with railroading. Tyranny of Dragons is the worst with that because the adventure has this like such high level of like importance with all the events that as you're going through it, your characters feel like they can't like stop and get invested in the world because events are moving so quickly that they can't spend time to enjoy the world because they need to move on to the next objective because the Cult of the Dragon is ever moving. And if I was to go back, I would make it so that it feels like the Cult of the Dragon's plans are more long-term and progressing instead of feeling, because the way it's written, Tyranny of Dragons very much feels like the events are happening and the Cult of the Dragon's plans are actively occurring right now. And you just stop them right now instead of like, they're sort of like, this is what they're planning, but we don't know exactly where they are in their plans. And even introducing that level of uncertainty gives the players a level of freedom to explore the world that they're like sitting in. And Tyranny of Dragons is a terrible way. And I mean, I guess it's sort of different the way I run games versus maybe like competitive D&D, which is a thing. Like the way other people might play is it's just about going from like encounter to encounter and so on and so forth. There's a chapter that describes a whole continent, and the point of this chapter is to meet an NPC. That's pretty cool. I like that that level of depth on an area, because when you get that amount of detail in an area, it allows the dungeon master to either use that in their own campaign or to flesh it out in their own way. Instead of describing specific events, you describe an area, and then that gives you the tools. Because I find areas are the things that bogs me down the most in terms of prep time, are areas and descriptions of areas and towns are the worst. So you can take this chapter and use it to explore the world and get into the PC's backstory. That's great. I think because the thing about a successful dungeon master is one who makes the player characters feel invested in the world and the story. If you can do that, half the work is already done.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere.
Well, we're already here, dude. It's sort of late for that. Is there any corpses around I can resurrect?
Rocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
Well, where are their bodies?
What happened here? Where's this dragon? Quickly now.
They'll fly over there.
Let's save us.
There it is.
Here he comes. Find cover and make every arrow count.
Yes, every arrow, men. Well, once one of you dies, don't worry. You will continue to fight for the glory of Skyrim against this dragon. Although you're a fire dragon, so I should probably use a different attack. Let's try Frostbite. Where'd you go? I do not have a bow or a large weapon to hit you with. Oh, God. That does not look good for me. Mirmulnir. Come here. Freeze! Ha 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 ha! Are you talking about Storm King's Thunder? Because I can't speak to that for like personal experience, but I know that the early encounters and the greenest encounters, the Battle of Greenest and Tyranny of Dragons, those are super hard. Especially, what makes them difficult is that they happen one after the other. And it only takes one bad luck encounter in Tyranny of Dragons against kobolds to make the rest feel way too difficult. Let's heal up. Try to burn me, will you? I've been fighting with fire for a while now. I know what I'm doing. Why haven't any of these guards died yet? I need thralls, man. Yeah, have at me. I need Irilith's sword is what I need. I was trying to light me on fire. Healing magic. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Give me that execution kill. Yeah. Wow, that looks super awkward, but I'm gonna think it's badass. PC's level 3 and fighting 20 orcs and a chief? That's a lot. That's crazy. Necklace of Minor Deft Hands. Interesting. Oh, that's power. The power of the voice. The Thune. And my execution kill. Oh yeah, the Midas morph. Hello.
I can't believe it. You're Dragonborn.
Well, the counter is designed to basically make the player survive the fight long enough, not win the fight. Okay, well, I mean, if that's their design, then I suppose that's fine. And you can sort of curate that encounter to make sure it works. But it's always tricky working with an encounter that the players are not meant to win, because that's what they're going to... Every fight, players are always going to want to win and always see to win. And if the design is meant so that they can't win, but you see how far they get, it will be... You're dealing with a sort of risk that they will feel dissatisfied with that experience. Dragonborn, what do you mean?
Back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim. The Dragonborn.
Well, the dragons are still in Skyrim, so.
That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power.
Irilith is sort of standing in front of you. And while sort of mannish, is still kind of hot in her sort of commanding way. I don't know what happened to me.
There's only one way to fight, according to the old legends.
I will
only
shout.
The Dragonborn can
shout! Shout! Let it all out! These are the things that are something about. Come on!
I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing
On a scale of 1 to drunk, where are you? I'm at a good buzz. I would say at like 6 or 7. It takes a while for me to get like super hammered. It depends how quickly I'm imbibing alcohol.
You must be one.
What do you say, Irilith? You're being awfully quiet.
Yeah, Irilith.
Come on, Irilith.
What do you think? What do you think, Irilith? What do you think?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about.
Yeah, that's right, guys.
Here's a dead dragon.
Yeah.
And that's something I definitely understand.
Yeah, she understands that.
I know we can kill them, but I don't need some mythical dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecarl.
Yeah, Caitlin, my girlfriend's the same way.
And all plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you
Yeah,
to trust
guys,
the instinct
Irileth has
for
been all
or tales
around
and legends.
Tamriel.
That was shouting. What you just did. Must be.
You're shouting.
What manner of power is that?
It's shouting. I'm shouting at you. I am a magic user, and the power of my very voice shapes the earth around me. I'm gonna go tell everyone. Come, Gray. We have people to tell of my mighty power. Wee! And then people are gonna shout at me from a mountain. You gonna shout at me, Graybeards? From up in your high tower? No? Is it a timer thing or a location thing? It's gotta be a timer thing. There they are. Dovahkiin. I would say, Caitlin, Murray, I would definitely say I'm on the scale of drunk. But for me, I can still, if I wish to, be in full control of my actions. But right now, I'm just sort of like, I'm safe at home. My girlfriend is here and she is safe. And I can just sort of just like have fun. But I would definitely say I'm on the scale of drunk. The buzz that I'm at is definitely on the scale of drunk.
By Izmir, you did it. You killed the dragon.
Yes.
Oh god, the frame rate is chugging like a motherfucker.
A foreigner. She's likely not used. We are not welcome here in Whiterun.
What an interesting
We will
quest.
be in Rorikstead if you. It's none of your concern. If that doesn't interest you,
Look for a
feel
black
free to
person
walk
in
away.
Whiterun, full of
You
white
cannot
people.
hide from us forever. All we ask is to look.
I have stuff to sell.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
All right, bye, Caitlin Marie. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. Make
I
sure to
don't
check
claim to
out
be the
Carson
best
and
at
Nate's
Your
stream
lady
tomorrow at
Grandma's
3
got
p.m.
that on her.
if you're interested
Man
in
Steel is
Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, which is a
blades,
great game.
helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Can disenchant that. We'll sell that. Sell all of these things that I don't need. I have something in my eyeball.
Be careful.
Hey, don't tell me what to do, you sold.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda.
That sounds like a mildly interesting plot device. You're looking to become a merchant?
Before my ma and Da passed, I told them that one day I'd become the best trader in Skyrim.
Oh my goodness,
I
what
met
an
one of the
adorable
caravan leaders,
storyline.
Madron. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done.
Maybe I can help you.
If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future?
What do you know of the Khajiit?
About the same as everyone else?
Catfolk
They're
of
the catfolk
elsewhere.
Elsewhere. Great warriors, good traders. Way I hear it, elsewhere ain't nothing like
Ain't
Skyrim.
nothing.
It's got tropical
Ain't
forests and
nothing.
dusty badlands. It sounds
They're
awful.
part of the adventure that's split into 3 parts, and each part is a different town and NPCs. That's cool. I mean, I like that it allows a lot of different choices from the players. Although that it does sound like a lot of extra work on the Dungeon Master's part, Quebec. And like, while that's not a bad thing, I always like to make sure that each part of the world feels fleshed out so that as the characters are progressing through it, they get the feeling that no matter where they go in the world, that it is a living world that will respond to them. And the issue with a pre-published adventure providing with that much stuff, as a Dungeon Master, I always feel like I'm responsible for making each of those parts feel like fleshed out and full. And if it doesn't, I always look to the books. And it's not as bad when you're running your own adventure because you can make stuff up on the fly and know that, you know, no matter what happens, it's your stuff and you can change it as you
You're
need.
finally here. The Jarl's been waiting
What
for
do
you.
you want, Jarl?
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there?
Nope. Yes. The watchtower destroyed, but we killed the dragon.
I could count on your
Hey, I did most of the work.
Must be more to it than that.
Turns out I may be something called Dragonborn.
Dragonborn. What do you know about the Dragonborn?
Nothing. I'm an Imperial. I know nothing about your strange Nordic ways. When the dragon died, I absorbed some kind of power from it. That one. I absorbed power from the dragon.
Beards really were summoning you.
You can choose which town they... Okay. And even make a combination of the three and switch the NPCs and counters. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like that sort of option for the Dungeon Master. Because the more freedom you give to the Dungeon Master, the easier it is for them to jump into the adventure and not worry about things getting out of hand. The Grey Beards.
Masters of the way of the voice.
They're a choir.
They live in seclusion, high on the slopes of the throat of the world.
What do they want with me?
Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice. The ability to focus your vital essence into a theme.
Into a theme or shout.
If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift.
This is a gift.
You heard the summons.
Yes.
You've done a great service for me and my city in Dragonborn.
This is not untrue.
By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun.
Cool.
It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant.
Rad.
I assign you Lydia as a personal
Who is that?
housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office.
Whatever.
I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have
That was
you
funnier
as
before
Thane
Trump
of our
was
city,
president
Dragonborn.
and a bunch of the people he nominated to office weren't like suggesting legislation that the rich get extra special privileges like education. But that's not why we're here. Yeah, this encounter really gives the DM choices and options. That's really cool, and I like that that a module would give that sort of freedom. 10 points of frost damage, tell the same. I'll probably give that to Lydia.
Divine smile on you, friend.
What do you know
Well,
about shouts?
I only know what I've heard in the old tales. Shouting is an ancient form of magic, the use of one's voice to project their power.
Mm-hmm.
If you can shout, you need to go see the Greybeards.
Well, you're useless,
They'll know what to
Farengar, because the Jarl already told me that. Do you owe allegiance to the Imperials?
If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? As long as I'm left alone to pursue. Now, I'm a busy man, and your
Wow,
pointless
what
questions
an
are boring
obnoxious
activity.
human.
Good day. Come to Dragon
I'm gonna
Forge
light you
to
on
discuss
fire
the
someday.
ongoing spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Let me sell you some crap. I need that for enchanting. I believe I have some bandits to go kill for money. So I can buy a house and start my library. I have a staff. It's pretty cool.
If I said that was a tedious.
Stop! No, I want to buy
I'm a
spells.
busy man, and your pointless
Shut
questions
up,
are boring
Farengar.
and terrible.
God, you're the
Good day.
worst.
It seems this damnable conflict has claimed everyone's passions of late. Me, spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Bound battle axe. That sounds pretty cool. Bound sword. Calm, candlelight, clairvoyance, conjure familiar. That sounds pretty cool. Flame atronach. That sounds rad. Fire room, fire bolt, flames, frost room, fury, healing, healing hands. That's heal target. Ice spike, lesser ward, lightning bolt, lightning rune. Blah 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 blah. Raise zombie, reanimate corpse, more powerful body. Stone flesh. Okay, so let's get okay. So I don't like relying on these mundane weapons. So let's grab bound battle axe and bound sword. Conjure Familiar and Flame Atronach. Fast healing. I don't need a spell to make people fear me. Flames I already have. Frostbite I already have. Healing Hands. Heals the target. Healing. Lightning Bolt. Mage Light. No, shit, I already have that. Reanimate Corpse. Stone. Shit. Hold on, let's see if I can sell stuff. I don't need... Oak Flesh. How much is Stone Flesh? Doesn't make me a Jarl, makes me a Thane. But yeah, I gotta pay for that. I think it's like 4,000 gold for a house. It's crazy. Have I ever made items for my players, like create from the ground up? I don't know if I have personally, but I've helped other dungeon masters in their own games make items, like magic items from the ground up, where we like work on the mechanics of how they work, and try to balance those, and we sort of test them out. One that I was talking about, we were talking about, and my brother was working on a video for the channel about the Beastmaster Ranger and how to enhance them, and about creating magic items to give to someone's pet. And we were talking about one that we really liked was the Hellhound's collar. And it's this collar that you put on your pet, and when you do, you give them a breath weapon. And we hadn't quite refined how we want the mechanics for that to work, but it gives them a breath weapon similar to like a Dragonborn in Dungeons and Dragons. How much are you? 290? Fuck, I can't afford you yet. I'll be back, Farengar. After I...
You've got the aptitude.
Learn these spells. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, do I already know that one? That was dumb of me. Healing Hands, Lightning Bolt, Mage Light, Reanimate Corpse.
Join the Mages College in Winterhold.
Shut up.
There's a tranquility in magic, don't you think? It is simply energy to be... So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
Yes, I wish to master the arcane arts. But I need to sell you back this shit I don't need. I'll have to get Stoneflesh later. Screw you, Farengar, you're a dickhole. I need the magic tab. Let's see, I want a favorite. Bound Sword as Novice, Bound Battle Axe as Apprentice. So I guess I should do Sword for now, and then once I have Apprentice level Conjuration, then do that one. So it costs half. That's Apprentice. So I should do Familiar first, and then the other guy. So I'll probably wait on Apprentice to favorite until I can do it more regularly.
You're mine.
Let's see, we'll Conjure Familiar and Bound Sword on
Best
right.
Weapon you have.
I'm Farengar. You should check out the Unearthed Arcana of the Ranger Revised. It changes the way the Beastmaster works. Make the companion of the Ranger like do combos. That sounds pretty rad. My brother and I were talking about ways to make the monster, like your Beast companion, scale with you.
Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you.
Okay. I have a thing. What does that mean? What does the housecarl do? I know what a thing
As
is.
my thane, I'm sworn to your service. I'll guard you and all you own with my life.
She doesn't sound very enthused about this.
Lead the way.
I hope you have equipment, Lydia. Because if you don't, you're not terribly useful to me. I need you as a meat shield and to kill things. For me, Baron. The redhead, fiery warrior. Okay, you have equipment. I'm down with that.
I've got your back. I am at your command.
Let's see. Do I have anything that I can give you that you might find useful? Yes. I wanted to give you the Axe of Whiterun. And I wanted to disenchant that other thing.
Going then.
Hold on. Because like there are certain ways that you can, like, as a dungeon master, help the animal grow. Like I have as a house rule that when you choose your beast companion, they have the max amount of hit points that animal can have. Like otherwise, because as you get higher and higher level, like even at 20th level, it becomes very difficult to justify having these creatures with you, especially if you become attached to them. You don't want them to die. And so you don't even want them, like Vex doesn't even use Trinket because she's afraid he's gonna die, which I get. Like as a player, I don't want my animal companion to die, but like that's also what you've invested your specialty into, and you don't want it to be wasted mechanic wise. I'm a yelling old man. Oh. Oop, BRB. My drink is gone, and I need a new one.
Be glad you're here in the city and not out in Riverwood. Those poor sods don't even have a wall. What is it, Imperial?
I have items because I have to make items for my brother. He loves the monk, but there aren't many offensive. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with the monks is that if you're going to play the monk, you sort of accept the fact that you're not going to have a lot of magic items just because once you get higher level magic, like items for the monk is like the least required resource. Like compared to things like, you know, because they provide a lot of what they need. Like you can get them magic items for utility sort of things. But I mean, in terms of like weapons and armor, they really sort of provide for themselves. Let's see. What are my quests? I have... Wait, the voice, Renguard woman. Let's kill the bandit leader located at Redoran's retreat. I like the sound of that. These graybeards, I don't know if Baron is totally sold on this idea of these beards of gray, but I would like to actually live somewhere and not have to rely. The new Ranger's companion gains hit die as you level up. I mean, that makes sense. I would have this as a base rule is that you want your Ranger's pet to gain max hit dice every level for that creature. Not based on the Ranger, but based on the creature. because that at least helps them at least gain some level, because they start out like, unless you're creating like, unless you're allowing Beastmasters to have a pet of challenge rating 1, that creature's not going to be very like they don't scale well.
What can I get you? Sure thing. It's
Thank
yours
you.
for a day. I'll show you to your room right this way.
Knuckles and gauntlets with elemental abilities. That's a great way to add stuff for monks. That just like, it either gives them like a bonus or like a different damage die or like an elemental ability onto their unarmed strikes. Like that's the way to do it.
There's anything else you need.
We'll have our character have Baron rest up. This is gonna be a long stream. I'm still feeling good to play. I'm a little sleepy, but I mean that's sort of, Skyrim is good for that. Bear, panther, and wolves, like plural wolves. That's pretty rad. Like it's rad, but I think that's actually almost too powerful. Like the difference between a wolf and wolves is huge. 1, they get pack tactics. 2, they can knock people down, granting advantage, and then the more turns you have on your side, the way that 5th edition is built, whoever has more turns in a round is inherently stronger. That is a huge blood splatter. What do you think, Lydia? Did my cloaks mod not come through? God, you need a cloak. This is Skyrim. It's fucking cold. Wolf. Okay. Yeah, I think wolf is in, like, wolf, black bear, and I think panther still fall within the base rules for the challenge rating of what a Beastmaster Ranger can have. But, like, I mean, I think at least it needs to be something as you level up, a ranger should be able to either get a new pet or have an ability like to enlarge or shrink, to like have, if you have like a wolf, they can use a spell to make that wolf grow to large size, so it's like a dire wolf, or like to polymorph, so you can polymorph your pet and make them a more frightening and powerful creature. So because like as you get higher level, like what is a wolf gonna do to a dragon? Like in a real fight as you progress through the game. And it's sort of dumb, whereas like if the hunter specialization or archetype for the ranger feels valid as you go through the whole game, but Beastmaster, unless your pet has been given some serious magic items or buffed along the way, is not nearly as viable. Where is Ritteran's retreat? Okay, it's right up here. Baron knows right now where he is in the pecking order, and right now in the pecking order, he does jobs for the royalty so that he can make money, so that he can start to establish himself. Once he has a foothold, Baron knows that he can start making his own way, but he knows there's sort of a slog he has to go through to start out. Just sort of like real life. We have a slog we have to go through before we can start making orders of our own. Hello. What's wrong? Oh geez. Oh geez. Oh geez. Are you okay? Don't worry. My wolf is here now. You're okay? Okay. Hello, Vigilant of Stendar.
You speak to a Vigilant of Stendar.
You're a Vigilant of Stendar?
Our order was founded after the Oblivion Crisis. We dedicate our lives to facing the threat of Daedra.
I remember that crisis.
We're quartered in the Hall of the Vigilant.
Well, I might summon Daedra at some point, so maybe we'll just sort of part ways for now. We'll just sort of leave each other alone. Let's... More Magicka. Yes. Alright, let's buff up what spells we have favorited, shall we? So let's do Battle Axe instead of Sword, and Flame Atronach instead of Familiar, and Corpse instead of Zombie. Ooh, we should also favorite Mage Light. And keep healing flames. Yeah. Hello, Wolfie friend. Hello. Yes, you're very cute. But I'm going to be summoning Flame Atronachs now. Yes, it does use your proficiency bonus. And it does get some buffs. But it does feel sort of underpowered, like in terms of like survivability. At least in the original... in the original books, the pets of a ranger are considerably more powerful than a base creature of like a wild nature. However, they do still feel terribly underpowered compared to what a character of equivalent level of a different specialization might have. Raider ants retreat. Time to make some coin, Lydia. Are you ready? Lydia? Alright. Got the axe I gave you? Alright. Let's make some magic. I'm gonna eat all these mushrooms. Yeah. Ooh, apples. Oh, not Doge. That makes me sad. Oh, I thought I... Oh. That's my bad. Wow, this axe is powerful. This is a two-handed axe? It is! It is so strong. Nope. Didn't hear anything. Didn't hear anything. Okay, well that changes actually things. Because I would actually like... Rip Doge. I'd actually like to have sword accessible to me since battle axe is a two-handed weapon. That way I have other spells available to me. Lydia, move! Lydia! Oh my god. And let's do reanimate corpse. Okay, well, I've been increasing one-handed, so let's do this instead, shall we? I like that. That's pretty rad. And let's reanimate a corpse. Serve me, minion. Why am I so slow? Am I over encumbered? No. Why am I so slow? I'm moving at like crouch speed. This is sort of weird. I might have to reload. Thank you, Lydia. You're a real champ. I'm gonna give you this battle axe as a reward. My zombie died. Thought of tattoos and talisman based on the animals. That would be rad. I know in AD&D I had a friend who played a monk, and he had a thing where like he got tattoos as he leveled up to signify his progression as a monk. But magical tattoos. We also had an idea for like pets. You get like magic war paint. like the Mabari in Dragon Age. Oh yeah, I have a zombie staff. What am I friggin' doing?
Let's get going then.
I mean, I guess the staff is more limited. Why am I so slow? Okay, I'm gonna save and reload really quick. And we'll quit and we'll reload really fast. Just because I don't know why I was walking so slow. We'll quit and we'll reload really fast. Although, yeah, we'll finish this quest. We'll return it and then we'll see where we're at. I may stop the stream at that point. Just because it's getting late and this is a long amount of time for at least a single video. You know, it probably was caps lock, Quebec. You're absolutely right, because caps lock is on. That's probably what was causing it. Okay. Yep. Caps lock is now off, and now it's not doing it. My frame rate is frightening. But we killed the bandit leader. Last seed. That goes straight to our library. Let's see what we got. That's worth money. That's worth money. That's money. Fire resistance is for disenchanting. Treasure map. I'm down with that. Hey, Lydia.
What do you need? Anything else? Still here.
Hey. Hey.
I am sworn to carry your burdens.
Don't be so salty. Let's see. 14 armor versus... $14 armor. Nah, I'm Imperial. You will wear my Imperial shit.
Let's get going then.
Yeah. Hey. Hey, dude. Be my zombie thrall. Mr. Bandit Chief. You can tell the Jarl exactly the bad things you did as a bandit. Stop groaning. It's gross. I unlock you with my magical powers. Whoop whoop. What is up with my frame rate right now? It's gross. Shut up. Don't make me regret reviving you as my zombie minion. Or I'll resurrect one of your friends. I'm an Imperial as like a race pick, which was mostly motivated by my girlfriend's pick. I had her sit down and, or just sort of like stand behind me and say which one she thought. She said that she wanted Imperial because it looked like an Armenian, and she's Armenian on her dad's side. So that's what she had me pick. Honestly, Ulfric Stormcloak is a big enough asshole where I just want him to lose. Whereas like the general, who I can't remember his name to save the life of me, actually seems invested in Skyrim's progress through the Empire. Like within the Empire, like actually like succeeding. Whereas Ulfric is like, he seems pretty just invested in his personal success and fortune, which I'm not super into. All right, Lydia, let's go back to Whiterun. Tell the Jarl how great we are. And then once I turn in this quest, we'll probably wrap up the stream from there. And then I'll maybe do some more on Sunday. I don't want to eat up any of Saturday unless I do Saturday night. But I don't want to clash with Carson and Nate's stream at 3 p.m. General Tullius. General Tullius seemed like a kind of neat dude. Like, I never completed that quest line because, honestly, I was never interested in the whole civil war of Skyrim between the Stormcloaks and the Imperium. Like, it just didn't seem... Like, it seems sort of, like, not worthwhile when there's a whole dragon threat going on. So I never investigated it fully. Like, I started it. But, yeah, you're forced to choose. If you dive into it, you are forced to choose. But, like, overall, like, Ulfric Stormcloak seemed like an egotistical dickhead, whereas General Tullius seemed like he was here working for the Empire, but seemed invested in the success of the people.
Another one.
Am I looking for...
Here to lick my phone.
Shut up, kid. Preventus.
Father says I'm too young to...
Where is he?
...the sword, so I practice with my fists.
Shut up.
One of the new servants?
Shut up.
Remember that I like my meat rare.
I will kill you, weird cannibal girl. Can I disenchant something? Anything? Alright, sweet. Enchanting will be very good for me. Now, where is Preventius from Sexus, because he's preventing himself from getting any heyo. Not funny at all, but whatever. Okay, where are you? Fine, Ready Guard woman. Where's Preventius?
If you need potions, you should try.
Hey, watch it.
Move. Maybe he's in the Jarl's quarters because he's weird. Blades in the Greybeards. Yeah, I never got into that stuff. It just seems so petty compared with the threat that's facing Skyrim in the game. Where is he? I'll take this unusual gem to an appraiser. I think that's a Thieves Guild quest line. I'm pretty sure. Take coin purse. Take coin purse. How much gold do I have now, actually? That is nowhere near enough to buy a house. You saw nothing, Lydia. Don't you speak a goddamn word of this to anyone. That's an apple pie. Mine. Nope, I don't... Shit. Oh, is he at home? I figured he pretty much lived in the Jarl's butthole. But that might be presumptuous of me. Let me untrack every other quest. Let's do that, shall we? Boop.
We should talk to Adrian at the forge.
Don't talk to me. All of you foolish guardsmen. Thieves Guild, I always have a good time doing the Thieves Guild. Barzul, right now, he's making his way through the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood based on his wants and desires. I'm doing Baron as a mage because I've never actually gone through the College of Winterhold. And I'm interested in exploring how you play this game as a magic user. Although right now I'm sort of running it to make magic to give me weapons. Which is sort of contradictory, but we'll see how it works.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as
as steward.
5,000 gold to purchase a goddamn house. Holy shit. Well, I killed the bandit leader.
You've done us a great service.
100
your
gold.
reward.
God damn it.
Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
Yeah, thanks a lot, you beardless coward. And your weird gay lover.
We should be taken to fight.
Only weird because he definitely has a wife at home who thinks that he loves her very much and that he, you know, puts on this big show of being a big man all the time, but he's really sensitive at home. But it's all a lie because he loves Preventius, which is unfair to her. She deserves to know where her affections are going. But anyway, thank you so much, Quebec123, and everyone else who tuned into the stream today. I know it was sort of spontaneous and without warning. I am going to be archiving this after the fact to YouTube. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to plan on doing this. Maybe I'll make it a theme where I'll drink whenever I'm playing Skyrim for you guys. But it should be fun. I'll probably try to drink every time I play. But it might just be more of a spontaneous thing whenever I'm feeling the Skyrim bug tugging at me that I'll play some. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I've been zoning out a bit. I've had a bit to drink. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I'm going to save. Boop. Boop. And we'll exit out of here. But until next time, friends, you guys have been awarded some Geek XP. And until then, stay geeky, my friends.